Hope everyone's doing well. Sound a bit mellow to start with this evening. I'm trying to get me, at least some of me head in the frame. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Hope you're well. I'll chat with you some more in a bit. Here's some Michael Bublé. This thing on? Probably. You give your hand to me, and then you say hello, and I can hardly speak. My heart is beating so, and anyone can tell. You think you know me well. Well, you don't know me. No, you don't know the one who dreams of you at night and longs to kiss your lips and longs to hold you tight. Ooh, I'm just a friend. That's all I've ever been, 'cause you don't know me.
Lollipop cell phone with arrow detective, disappointed dragon face, left finger construction worker, frowning hotel gun, rice ball, gem memo, Japanese castle, prayer beads,
Though
Leo,
my
thumbs up,
heart
ramen, unicorn tongue.
aches with love for you, afraid and shy, I let my chance go by. A chance that you might love me too. You give your hand to me, and then you say goodbye. I watch you walk away beside the lucky guy. Oh, you'll never know the one who loves you so. Well, you don't know me. For I never knew the art of making love, though my heart aches with love for you. Great and shy, I let my chance
Horse
go
racing
by.
bread, Pisces heart and arrow dog, green heart, mouse tongue out,
Chance
non-potable
that
water,
you
8:30,
might
okay gesture, here no
love
evil
me
snowman,
too.
traffic lights, 8 o'clock, cherry lollipop,
You
81 clouds, with
give
lights and
your
white circle
hand to
hospital,
me,
no cell phone, tourist spiral,
and then you say goodbye. I watch you walk away beside the lucky guy. Oh, you'll never know the one who loves you so. Well, you don't know me. You'll never know the one who loves you so. Well, you don't know me.
Brighton
Hello
is
and
currently
welcome to
riddled with
Numberwang, the
billboards
maths quiz that
advertising
simply
Piers
everyone
Morgan's
is
new
talking
talk
about.
show. I am very pleased to report that they have all been subjected to harsh and unflattering vandalism.
Well, if you're ready, let's play Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
That's number one, but we don't want to give you that.
That is statistically number one.
Ja, das ist Numberwang.
That's Numberwang.
That's number one, but we don't want to give you that.
That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
Answer the Daily Double Wang.
That's Numberwang.
Turn to page Numberwang. Turn to page Numberwang.
Hey, fat man, that's number one.
Ja, das ist Numberwang.
That is statistically number one.
Answer the Daily Double Wang.
That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
Answer the Daily Double Wang.
That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
Ja, das ist Numberwang.
That's Numberwang.
That is statistically number one.
Answer the Daily Double Wang.
Turn to page Numberwang.
Ja, das ist Numberwang.
Answer the Daily Double Wang.
That is statistically number one. That is statistically number 1.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. Let's go to the maths board.
Answer the Daily Double Wang.
That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang. That's Numberwang.
That's number 1, but we don't want to give you that.
That is statistically number 1.
Answer the Daily Double Wang.
That's Numberwang. That's the Numberwang bonus. Triple Numberwang to you. Everything hinges on this final round. Yes, it's time for Wanganum. Let's rotate the board. That's Wanganum. Bad luck. Most of you have been Wanganummed, but the one person who hasn't, you are today's Numberwang. That's all from Numberwang, but until tomorrow's edition, stay Numberwang, and remember out there, good Numberwang. Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Saturday the 7th of May. Hope everyone is keeping well. Well done, Prudes, on winning Numberwang there. Very well played. Great skill required to win Numberwang there, and Prudes demonstrating it there in Oodles. Hope you're all well. It's been a lovely day. It's been a funny old day, a bit different for me. Going up on the train, going up to London, meeting up with some of our famous friends. So we've had a lovely day out with Bash and Quizzy Dan and Bob and David JB. And we had a lovely time up in old London town. Introduced Bob to Nando's. I say introduced Bob to Nando's like I'm an expert. It's only the second time I've been there myself. I went to an escape room. It was lovely. Lovely. The Quiz Avengers reformed today, yeah, something like that. But we had a great time. It was great to meet up with them all in person. Ash I've met her a couple of times previously, but having the Avengers assemble there, the sort of host, largely host side of folks there was great. It was all Bob's idea, because Bob's actually over from North Carolina doing a bit of a UK tour at the moment. So we thought, well, makes sense to make good of the opportunity while we're there, and we all met up and had a lovely time. So thank you all of you for giving me a wonderful day out. It's been great fun, and back for game night. So potentially dangerous having that much quiz in one place by experts. Yeah, we had a lovely time in the escape room, and yeah, it was good fun day. Thank you as well to Samster for the 24-month subscription, 2 years of subbing there, Samster. Thank you very much for the 24-month resub right there, and all the emotes that came with them in the middle of Michael Bublé, which was an interesting trying to play mellow jazz music when that's going on in your ears, but I'm very grateful to you all the same, so thank you for that. Jack Wilfred as well, similar sentiments to yourself, but very grateful to you for the 100 bits, thank you very much. And Joey Chum, thank you for those 100 bits as well, very grateful. Sam knew what he was doing. Maybe he thought I'd pause the notifications. Maybe that's what was going on there. Yes, hilarious. Anyway, we got the Pyramid first up tonight. We've got Pyramid, Double Face Off, and Data Leak to look forward to. Should be a good night. Some friendly, accessible packs. Starting off with this Pyramid pack from, right, confirmed or not. Starting off with this Pyramid pack from the Lupine One, aka Ralph. A lovely pack, very accessible, nice, easy start to the stream. Get us into the right frame of mind for quizzing this evening. Well funnied, Sam. Yes. Indeed. Welcome to Shapes and ABMe, Shadowmane, Podo Nuevo, P Fired, Aaron, Toot, Mark, Toppers, Samster, David Bodycomb, Tadaru, Jack, Matrismix, Jogging Chum, Proves, and Lewis T. Good evening, Fluid Fernando and Derek, Woohoo, Bumman Ben, DJ Jonesy T. Welcome to Liswitz and Ash, True Anonyman, Elias, Innis, Naked Grandma, DVD Smith, Quizface, and anyone else who is lurking, loitering, and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me for this game night. Let's get our quiz on, starting with the Pyramid, as written by Lupine One. The game with the rules so complicated, not even the creator knows how it works. And Margalex, thank you very much for that Prime subscription right there. Welcome on into the fam. Enjoy our free viewing for the next month. Great to have you with us. Thank you for the support very much. I hope you're having a good time. If you want to play the Pyramid tonight, you need to type in this here code, AEDP. You'll see your avatar and your name hopefully appear on the screen. And teeny weeny eye strain O vision for, reasons. Come join the game. This pack has been written by Lupine. I should have added the automation to the system, so winners and authors should now be added automatically. So I don't have to muck about with the controller app. Long time no see. Yeah, indeed, actually, it did. Long time. It's far too long. Currently on the train back, so observe from a laggy distance. No problem, I did. Thank you again for a great day. It was really good fun today. Really good fun. Let's do it again soon. And welcome to NPL.BC, Kegler Coach, Margalex, and Mogra. I see you joining the chat. Great to have you here. 9, 18, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32. Good start. Good start for the Pyramid. So plenty of action tonight. Could be a couple of spectator games of Face Off, because we've there's some singing competition going on next week. So it was different. With a few of our tournament competitors are involved in watching that, so so there's not going to be any face-off on Tuesday, so no face-off from after tonight. There won't be any face-off till next Saturday, when day 2 will get underway, which will give the adjudication team, the proofers, some time to get some more questions through. We've got about 250, I think, which should be plenty for tonight. And a message from our sponsor, We Like Shapes.
Wait, I'm Samster's subscription twin, aren't I?
Maybe. Shapes, thank you very much for the 17-month subscription. Very grateful to you. Thank you for continuing to support Game Night. Much appreciated. It seems to topper a lot of the community meeting up recently. There was a slight little bit of anxiety at the back of my mind when I saw that Score and Inca, Dogfish and Tyson all met up this week. So there's a part of me that saw the photos coming up. I messaged Score, so I would say hi to everyone, because I didn't know that was happening. So I hope no one's going to think we're trying to do like a one-upman thing. So one up on your IRL meetup, but just the stars aligned in such a way. Bob's been over in the UK. Anyone near Reading want to join the bandwagon? I'm not a million miles from Reading. I tell you what, Topper, I could tie it up with a visit to see my grandparents. They live in Tilehurst. We should go and drink many beers and have much banter. Would be great fun to have. I've had a couple of beers today. Continuing the beer trend this evening. Harrogate for quizzes. Right, I'll give you a few more minutes to come and join. This is a pack from Lupine, proof by me. Very grateful to Lupine for this pack. My view of this pack when going through it, it's quite accessible. I would be how I would describe it. Very accessible. I don't think there's anything particularly egregious and difficult in here. Very accessible questions. Plenty of Pavlovs to get in. So it could be a nice change of pace for you here. The rules of the game will be explained when I clear the screen, which I'm going to do in 5, 4, 3, pog idea, 2, 1. Let's bring this to order and we'll lock it up. Here's the rules. 4 fastest players who answer each question earn a slot on the game board. When the row is full, those players then compete for the available slots in the next row. But beware, if you choose to answer and are incorrect, you are prevented from earning or keeping a slot on the row. So if you've already got one, you lose it. And if you get it wrong, then you can't earn a slot on the current row and you're sent to the shadows. Keep playing though, as all players earn points for correct answers and subsequently pennies as well. As you score times 10 in this game? Yes, no, number of questions times 10 in this game. There's 13 questions in the game, so up to 130 pennies available. At the end of each row, the highest scorers will claim any slots that were left vacant by unsuccessful players. So that's why it's a good idea to keep answering. Even if you go to the shadows, you can be brought back into the game. Ties are broken on total response time. Players who initially earned a slot but subsequently lost it will not be eligible to earn a vacant slot. So if you get a question right and then you get one wrong and you lose your place on the row, you can't get that second chance slot. So the logic of it is, if you're 100% certain, definitely answer. If you think you're reasonably confident, probably worth a go. If it's the last question of the row, definitely answer, because if you don't get a slot by the end of the row, then you'll be eliminated anyway. From there, it's the players who are on the row who will have the first advantage to get onto the following row, with players being eliminated thusly until we've got 4 left, when we will go to the final quizzy. Dan, hello! Welcome. Long time no see. Far too long. Far too long. Great to have you here, Quizzy Dan. Thanks for joining. I hope you got home safe. Sounds like Bash is still on the train home, on the way back up to the Midlands. And sounds like, I'm hoping Quizzy Dan got home safe. Oh, David, I hope you got home safe as well. And Bob, you're now home safe. Sam. Good to hear, my dude. Good to hear. I imagine Bob may be around somewhere, because I think he's staying at a hotel in London. So if you're here, Bob, thank you again for a lovely day. Right, let's get on with this game. It's 25 past 8. Let's get our first game underway with this pack of the Pyramid from Lupine. David's in your kitchen. Good to hear. Glad you got home. All right, David. Let's play. So it's full answers required. I can override if the spell checker deems it incorrect, but we should be okay. First question is the arm question. 4 fastest will go on to that. Good luck to you all. Here comes that question. Ag is the chemical symbol of which element of the periodic table? I'm pretty sure it is. We're doing other northern banter. I keep saying Ash is from the north. But Sheffield, I'm pretty sure it's in the Midlands. South Yorkshire. Wow, 100% of players attempting this, all 32 giving it a go, and I'm hoping you gave me the answer silver. If you did, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Nice start, everyone going green. Well done, everyone got a point on the board. So from here, it's down to the fastest 4 who will get a slot on the arm tile. Let's see who you were. Oh, no one to eliminate because everyone got it right. Hooray. Who were the fastest 4? Let's have a look. Derek was first, Samson was second, Aaron was third, Toot was fourth. You're our first 4 through to the next row. Very well played. Going on to the owl question. You 4 who are 3, you might want to think twice if you're not sure. Everybody else, you might also want to think twice because you don't want to go into the shadows. But if you've already got a slot on the row, you definitely don't want to lose it by getting it wrong. On we go, the owl question, question 2. Pippin, Brayburn, and Granny Smith are all varieties of what fruit? And again, 32 players answering, all 32 having a go, and the correct answer was an apple. Hang on, I'll go ask my gran. Very good, DVD Smith, very good, very good. If you gave me apple, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. And again, 100% of the players getting it right. Nicely done, but only the fastest 4 who aren't already through can get onto this owl tile. Let's find out who you were. The fastest 4 were... No one to be eliminated. Fastest 4 were... Innis, then BC, then MPL Dart, and then Shapes. Very well done, you 4. You are through to the next row, providing you can keep your tile. On we go to the Eagle. I think it's an Eagle. Or was it a Falcon? Might be a Falcon. Falcon question 3. Take a look at this. In Act 4, Scene 1 of Shakespeare's Macbeth, the 3 witches add the eye of what animal to their cauldron? And hello, brand new Halo, welcome to the stream. Manchester or Liverpool, Midlands, Sheffield is about the same. Actually, it's a fair point. I would very much call Manchester the North, if I was being honest. Ooh, 27, so 5 players sitting this one out. The correct answer was the newt, the eye of newt. Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron, boil and bake, eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog. If you gave me newt or newts, then you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. Yeah, Gingrich, Newt Gingrich. Pum and Banger for Macbeth. No, it was not. Unfortunately, Eye of Macbeth. So unfortunately, Pum and Ben, that is the wrong answer, and it's off to the shadows. However, 4 of you can qualify on the Falcon question. The fastest 4 were... oh, hello. That's one I don't recognise. It actually says it up there. Fluid Fernando. Just look at your console band. Fluid Fernando, P-Fired, Lewis, and Apodo. You were the fastest 4 there. You are onto the row. Very well played. Final question of the row. So if you're not already through, definitely worth answering, because if you don't answer this one, you're going to be sent to the shadows anyway. It's the zigzag question. Have a look. With 14 world titles to his name, Phil Taylor is one of the most prolific players of what sport? Linga Maniac, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Hope you're well. "29 players attempting this, just the 3 sitting it out. Correct answer we're after there was darts. Phil the Power Taylor is what we're after. If you gave me darts, you'll go green. If not, you're going to go red. A few more wrong answers coming up here. We've got a couple of tennises. Shadow Maynard Tadari going for tennis. Listowitz going for poker. Trismix going for golf. Quizface for snooker. Naked Grandma going for football. I'm afraid those are all incorrect answers, and I'm afraid it is off. It's worth a punt because it's the last question of the row, but I'm afraid it is off to the shadows. Do you keep answering though, because second chance saloons are very possible, though not on this one, because we have got at least 4 players going green. The fastest 4 are going to earn themselves a slot on the zigzag, and they are DVD Smith, True Anonyman, Proogs, and Mogra. Very well done, you are through to the next row. Everybody else, if you have not gone blue, I'm afraid you are going to be sent to the shadows. But do keep answering, because Second Chance Saloon could be on its way, and I think the questions are going to get a little bit harder moving on from here. But for now, we have to put you into the dark. So, on to the next row. Every question now worth 2 points, and we'll start with the 2 reads question. Obviously, the 16 players who have got avatars on the pyramid are going to have an advantage, but if there are any slots at the end, players in the shadows, you could grab them. Good luck. Here is the next question, the 2 reads question for 2 points. What is the most populous city on New Zealand's South Island? Oh, and oh, oops, from Proogs. And from True Anonyman, time is up. Just 20 players giving this one a go. A lot of whom are already in the shadows, actually, has to be said. So yeah, worth saying, if you're in the shadows, you might as well attempt every question. It's only if you're in a live play you've got to think about it. But if you're in the shadows, definitely just attempt every question because there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Correct answer was Christchurch. Christchurch. Now, if you gave me Christchurch, you're going to go green. If not, I'm afraid you're going to go red. Yes, not a perfect gamut of answers here. Let's have a look through these. Lots of Wellingtons here, lots of Aucklands. Wellingtons, Aucklands. Just Wellington and Auckland amongst the incorrect answers are Shadowmain Topper, if I'm just reading that from here, Shadowmain Topper, Jogging Chub, Jack, Liswitz, Trismix, Anonyman, who is in live play, getting that one wrong, Pub and Ben, Quizface, Riff, Kegler, Prugs and P-Fired also getting that one wrong in live play. Everyone else was in the shadows, so you're going to stay there. But unfortunately, if you gave me anything other than Christchurch, you are going back to or into the shadows. And we have got exactly 4. We've lost 3 people from the row. They can only hope for a second chance to lose now. But we have got exactly 4 who are going to go on to the 2 restart. Let's put them there now. Fastest was Inca, then Lewis, then David, and then Toot. Toot did say he spent a lot of time eliminating answers, but default progression because only 4 got it right and were eligible. Very well done to you 4. If you're in the shadows, maybe you might as well give it a go. If you are already on the pyramid, you might want to think twice. If you are not in the shadows but not yet through, you've got 2 questions to make your play. The next question is the lion question. Take a look at this. Taxman, Eleanor Rigby and Yellow Submarine are all tracks on which Beatles album? One players giving this one a go. Yellow if you have attempted it, and the correct answer was Revolver, not Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band as I thought it was for a while, because that's a concept album about loneliness, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and Eleanor Rigby's a song all about loneliness, so I made the connection, and it wasn't until quite recently when I actually bothered to check it. But no, Revolver is the album that all of those features on. If you gave me Revolver, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Oh, a lot of wrong answers up there. General Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band from Shadowmain, which isn't right. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road by Topper, that's an Elton John album. Abbey Road by Woohoo is wrong. The White Album by Tadara is wrong. DVD Smith going for Magical Mystery Tour. I'm afraid DVD Smith, that's a wrong answer, and you are not only going to go to the shadows, you're going to lose your slot on the row, and you will not be eligible for second chance on this row. Bad luck. Other wrong answers: Yellow Submarine, Abbey Road, White Album, Rubber Soul, and Sgt. Pepper, all incorrect. Liswitz, Trismix, Colo, Kegler, Prugs, Pifard, and Margalex. If you got it wrong, it's back to or into the shadows. And DVD Smith. My opinion on the Beatles top, I think they're overrated. I think they're overrated. They're good, they were progressive, but they're overrated. I may have spoken about this before. DVD Smith earning that rare shade of red, which means you cannot regain entry on this row. But we have got 5 players who have gone green here. Fernando, Aaron, Samster, Shapes and Mogra, but only 4 can get through, and the fastest 4 were Samster, Mogra, Shapes, and Fernando. Aaron, correct, but not quite fast enough. One more question to make you stand on the next one. It is the hand question. 7 players through, since DVD Smith has now forfeited, which means we will have at least 1 second chance to lose. So highest scoring player in the shadows that isn't DVD Smith will take that slot. But we've got one more question first of all. Let's take a look at what it brings. It's the hand question. In which 2009 sci-fi film does the alien race known as the Na'vi feature? And hello Riff Raccoon, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. DVD Smith getting it wrong, so he's now posting it into the public chat. The answer for Ocarina of Time, no, it's an error. It's all good, DVD Smith, don't you worry about that. 31 players attempting this one, 31 players giving it a go. The correct answer was Avatar, and if you gave me Avatar, you're going to go green. If not, you are going to... If not, you're going to go red. Woohoo going for Gremlins, not the right answer, I'm afraid. Already in the shadows, Woohoo, but I'm afraid you are going to stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 5 players, and only room for 4. Aaron, could he be the 5th fastest twice in a row? Oh, that would be sick. Let's take a look. The fastest 4 for the hand question were Apodo, Aaron, BC, and NPL Dart. Very well played. Aaron get through on the second time, but Derek, unfortunately, the slowest of the correct answers, which means I'm afraid it is off to the shadows. So we've got 4, 8, 11 players through, but we have got one empty slot. So anybody who is in the shadows at the moment with the highest score, there's a few 8s creeping around. I think that is the highest score in the shadows. Jogging Chum, Jack, AB Me, David, of course, on 8, but ineligible. Colo and True Anonyman, all on 8 here. Any one of you could be the fastest, could be the one getting the second chance saloon. That tie is going to be broken on amount of time spent answering, so the least amount of time you spent answering in total this game, the more chance you have. Our second chance saloon player is AB Me. Very well done. Joining us at row number 2. AB Me, you are out of the shadows and back into the main game. Everyone else in the shadows, but of course do continue to answer because you get 3 questions now. Sorry, David. 3 questions, 3 points per question on this next row. There are 2 questions here. Same rules as before, 12 players with advantage, only 8 slots available. We're going to start with the ASP question. Question number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With 3 points, take a look at this. What would a Wainwright make or repair? So it's maybe getting a little bit harder now. 21 players attempting this in total. The correct answer was wagons. A Wainwright, Ruth says, a Wainwright would repair wagons. And if you gave me wagon or wagons, you are going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Ooh, quite a few wrong answers coming up in here. Cord, chains, planes, pipes, wheels. No, wheels not specific enough, I'm afraid, Lewis, and that is going to put you into the shadows. Ships, saddles, barrels. Toot also going for barrels. I think it's a Cooper would do barrels, and I only know that because I grew up in Burton-on-Trent, which has the Cooper's Square as the shopping centre because it was a brewing town. So yeah, Cooper is barrels. Carts. Do I want to accept carts? A couple more wheels, barrels, wheels. Do I accept carts? Let me double check this. Merriam-Webster does very specifically say wagon. It depends whether the word, I think the word wagon is interchangeable with cart. A Wainwright or Cartwright is a tradesperson skilled in the making and repairing of wagons and carts. So based on that, Derek, I am inclined to accept the answer carts because it does look as though they are interchangeable. Cartwright's a voice actress, can write your wagon. I'm going to allow that, Derek. I'll give you your points for carts right there. Did anyone else say carts? It was just Derek, I believe. Cool. So a little bit of damage being done there. Anyone who got that one wrong, I'm afraid it's off to the shadows. Quite a few. 3 players losing out from that row, and we've only got 4 getting it correct. Samster, Innes, MPL Dart, and Shapes. You're going to be going on to the Asp tile, which means the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players are going to have to scrum it out on the Chiclet in just a moment. For now, let's put you there. We go. Innes, NPL, Shapes, and Samster all going onto that tile. Quizface, I don't have a log entry for you there. I got it correct, but you're already in the chat. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, I'm not having a log entry for you, which means, yeah, you're already in the shadows. So, but you should still get points for it, which is nice. So, on to the next question, the Chiclet. If you are not already through, so 5 of you who are not in the shadows but are not yet through, might as well attempt this question, because if you do not get this one, you'll be going to the shadows anyway. Good luck. It's the Chick question worth another 3 points. Take a look at this. Luchs is the German word for what feline animal? Six players giving this one a go. The correct answer is a lynx. links. And if you gave me links, you're going to go green. If not, I'm afraid you're going to go red. Oh, lots of wrong answers on there. Unsurprisingly, the 4 players already through are sitting that question right out. Wolf, leopard, shrew, leopard, tiger, leopard, wolf, lion, leopard, leopard. Apodo Nuevo saying links. That is phonetically plausible, though not correct. Spelling it is with a Y, but I can see what you mean, so I am going to condone that, Apodo Nuevo. That's fine. Links with an I. Cat, not specific enough. Lion, 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 Lucario, and leopard. Everything else there incorrect. BC, not Apodo because we condone that. Aaron, so BC, Aaron, and AB me. I'm afraid it's off to the shadows. Which leaves just Apodo and Fluid Fernando to claim a space on the chick tile. Let's put you there right now. Hi, baby. Apodo fastest, Fernando was second. And that is the end of the row, but we have got 2 spaces left before the final tile at the top. So the 2 highest scoring players in the lobby who have not, in the shadows, will be re-invited back into the game, broken on ties where necessary. We've got Toot on 13, and then I'm seeing Lewis, Jack, and Anonyman all on 11. So it's going to be Toot with one of those 3. Broken on speed will be the tie. That's a very weird way of saying that sentence. Let's find out. Second chance saloons are going to... Oh, after I've eliminated people, are going to... Toot and Jack. Jack, welcome back to the game. 8 of you now remain to take on the 1 read tile at the top. Innis, MPL Dart, Shapes, Samster, Apodo, Fernando, Toot, and Jack. Fastest 4 will get a spot on that, and if you don't qualify for it, then you will be sent to the shadows. Simple as that.
Yes, couldn't you have kept him a bit longer, Quizzy Dan? I'm sure one of you's got a sofa.
Why is everyone being so horrible to me? Stop being so horrible to me. You haven't seen me all day. You're being horrible to me.
I haven't seen you all day because you've been away all day.
Yeah, but now you're here, you don't. Yes. Pain. Pain. You caused me pain. Let's go on to the 1 read question. Have a look at this. Margit, the Fell Omen, is a boss in which video game developed by From Software? Hmm. 22 players attempting this one. Not everybody who is in live play giving it a go. Whoops. Don't trip. The correct answer is Elden Ring. And if you gave me Elden Ring, you are going to go green. Got on a playful smack for my wife for that comment. If you have given me Elden Ring, you're going to go green. If not, I'm afraid you're going to go red. Quite a few wrong answers coming up in here as well. Demon Souls, Resident Evil, Cuphead, Mario. Fluid Fernando going for Wolfenstein. I'm afraid that's wrong. You'll be off to the shadows. Wii Sports from Aaron. Dark Souls. Close, right series, but wrong game. Devil May Cry, Overwatch, Bloodborne. Again, Apodo Nuevo. Right series, or similar series, but wrong answer. You're going to be off to the shadows. Dark Souls again, same logic, BC. Shapes going for Fortnite, and Kegler going for Doom. Shapes also going off to the shadows. You might as well have a go. There is only the 1 question there, but if you got that one wrong, I'm afraid off to the shadows you go. Well, look at this. We have got 3 players getting it right. Samster, Toot, and Jack. You are going to get an automatic slot on this tile right here. Let's put you on. Jack fastest, Toot was second, Samster was third, and we have got 1 vacant tile. Unfortunately, Innis and NPL Dart, you've done very well to scale the pyramid, both of you being there from the very bottom row, but unfortunately at the end of this row, you've not earned a slot, and we have to send you to the shadows. So only Samster has managed to get in from row 1. In fact, only Samster from row 2 as well, only managing to cling onto the pyramid all the way up. Jack and Toot joining at row 3. But we have got 1 more space available. It's the highest scoring player in the shadows, and it looks to me as though it might be Anonyman on 15. Let's find out who's getting that second chance saloon. It is indeed Anonyman. Welcome back to the game. And no, it doesn't get you any sort of medal, Samster, I'm afraid. But you will get a medal if you can scale the pyramid in the final. Hello, Anonyman. Waves back. So, there we have our 4 finalists. Jack Wilfred, now Cutler Out, Samsa, and True Anonyman. Bit of changing along the way, and players being eliminated and coming back into the game. Such is the nature of this game. A good game, good back and forth in this game. But for now, we do have to go to the final. Let's rotate the pyramid. What are you doing with my top knot? So there we have you, Jack, Samster, Toot, and Anonyman. The battle is now on to scale the pyramid. Oh, have you... I've got a ponytail now. Thanks for that.
I just wanted to fiddle with the little...
Oh, that's all right. Same rules apply if you are in the shadows. If we do not get a full row of players after each question, then the highest scoring player will come back. Every question is now worth 5 points. So again, if you're in the shadows, definitely worth having a go because it's fairly tight around the top. We've got some players got 13s, 12s, 10s, 11s kicking around there, which means one correct answer, you could be back into the game. Each row is now 1 question, and there are 4 of you currently battling. Only 3 of you can get through. First opportunity goes to Jack, Samster, Toot, and Anonyman, and then we go to second chance saloons if necessary. So, the Mosaic, Leg, and Eye of Horus question for 5 points. Take a look at this. .py is the file name extension used for code written in what programming language? .29 players giving this one a go. The correct answer was Python. Of course it was Python. And if you gave me Python, you go green. If not, you're going to go red. Oh, Ruby and Pig Latin, both incorrect answers there, I'm afraid, of Podo and Kegler. And Mithers, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here. So, all correct, but who was the fastest out of Jack, Samster, Toot, and Anonyman? Anyone who get it wrong, got it wrong going through the shadows. It's not coming down to points. Toot has got a 2-point advantage. All 3 others are on 20, but it's going to come down to speed here. Good luck. Who was fastest? Samster, then Toot, then Anonyman. Jack, unfortunately, you have been thrown off the pyramid. Second chance saloon still possible with 2 questions to go, and you can still get a second chance saloon right at the end of the game, so do keep answering 5 points each. But yes, F for Jack right there. Samster continues his trek from the very base of the pyramid and is joined by Toot and Anonyman. Let's go on to the next question. Same drill applies. It's the bass clef and the daffodil/sperm question. Have a look at this. Mola Ram is the primary antagonist in what film directed by Steven Spielberg? Four players giving this one a go. The correct answer was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Would also have accepted Temple of Doom and the Temple of Doom. I will not just accept Indiana Jones on its own. Yes, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is what we're after. If you gave me that or some variation, you're going to. It's not the worst Indian film. The worst Indian film is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Fight me. If you gave me the Temple of Doom, you're going to go green. If not, you're going to go red. Oh, wow, an absolute bloodbath there. Shadowmane, Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom. Shadowmane, that I will condone, absolutely. You can have 5 points right there. Just missed out the but didn't seem to like it. Whatever Toot said, Temple of Doom, yeah, that's not going to fly top. But Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jaws, E.T., Ready Player. Isn't the primary antagonist in Jurassic Park a dinosaur? Just saying. George, Ready Player One, Bridge of Spies from Samster, incorrect and going to be thrown off the pyramid. And Jaws from True Anonyman, also going to be thrown off the pyramid. Munich, West Side Story, Jurassic Park, E.T., Cloud Atlas, E.T., Avatar, Jaws, and Blade Runner, all incorrect. And I'm afraid you must go to the shadows. My, isn't this interesting? Only one correct answer here belongs to Toot, and Toot, you're going to get a slot on the bass clef. 3 people off the pyramid. Last two standing, but that is not the game yet because we have still got that empty slot. It's a second chance saloon for one of you. Quite a few of you on 20 here. Jack, who's just come off the pyramid. Anonyman, who's just come off the pyramid. Samster, who's just come off the pyramid. And it looks like it is going to be one of you three coming back, but it is going to be coming down to how much time you've spent in total this game answering. Is it going to be Jack, Samster, or Anonyman? Good luck. Second chance saloon is going to, after I send people to the shadows, it's Anonyman. Welcome back to the game, Anonyman, out of the shadows. And it's going to be Anonyman and Toot racing to the one read question on the final. So, if Toot and Anonyman both get this right, then whoever answers it fastest will win. If only one of them gets it right, whoever answers it correctly will win. If neither of them answers it correctly, then it will come down to the highest scoring player in the game, which at this point will be Toot, because Toot has got an insurmountable lead of 27. So it is going to be Toot or Anonyman. The odds are favouring Toot here, but Anonyman could pull off a surprise victory and steal it back. I say surprise victory just because the second chance saloon nature there. Could it be a shocking finish? Or a very shocking finish? We'll have to see. One read question for 5 points. Good luck to you both. Stuck to the board now, and Onman wins confirmed. The three components of the psyche, known as the id, ego, and superego, were first theorized by what psychologist? Which psychologist, I suppose? There's your time up. Both have answered. The correct answer was Sigmund Freud. Freud on its own would have been accepted. If you gave me Freud, you'll go green. If not, you'll go red. They were both correct. Both Anonyman and Toot were correct. So it is going to come down to who answered this final question fastest. Jeff Smith, Milgren, Oppenheimer, Jung, Aristotle, and Jung, all incorrect. Who was fastest? Was it Toot? Or was it Anonyman? Taking the one read tile this week is, after I've eliminated people, is... It's Toot! Toot has scaled the pyramid. Very well played. Just knocking Anonyman off there. Anonyman having a bit of a rough ride coming in on the third row on the previous side of the pyramid, getting knocked out and then getting back in on the second chance saloon. Great game from Anonyman there. But this week's winner for the third time, tying with Derek at the top. Let's eliminate Anonyman into the shadows. Our winner and champion is now cut that out. Congratulations, Toot. You have scaled the pyramid. Very well done. Toot making that 3 victories in the pyramid, tying with Derek. Derek and Toot both with 3. Innes and Shapes both have 2. And a handful of people have 1 as well. Very well played. As for everyone in the lobby game, hope you enjoyed that game. Out of the 13 questions that you were presented with, for everyone you gave me a right answer for, we'll give you 10 points. And yes, very many thanks to Ralph as well for a lovely little question pack there. Very accessible, I thought it was. So many thanks indeed to you. And your author credits and pennies should be automatically iterated, as should Toot's leaderboard position. We'll have to see that when we roll the credits. I'm just going to check. Lupine's current author credits 24, so we'll see what that is once I have pressed the magic button. Good! Right, it's popcorn time because we have got a double dose of face-off coming right up as the day 1 heats conclude. We have got Aaron versus Anonyman versus Jack versus Shapes, followed immediately by Inca versus Topper versus Samster versus Mark. I do hope that you will stick around to join me for that. You'll have a couple of minutes now just to go grab yourselves a drink, go and get your popcorn, and I'll see you after the break for more face-off action. Congratulations to Toot. You have scaled the pyramid. thanks again to Lupine for that question pack right there. Lovely little question pack to warm us up this evening. Go grab your popcorn because after the break, the first of 2 face-off heats will begin. Very quick ad break for you right here, but don't touch that dial because we'll be right back. back to the second part of Game Night on Saturday the 7th of May, where it is time for the first of two face-off heats. We're doubling up tonight because there's, as I said at the head of the tournament, there's some flex in the scheduling. Ideally we'll keep it to one face-off per stream, but tonight's a relatively short stream. Both the Pyramid and Data League are somewhat shorter than other games that we perhaps play over here, and as I mentioned, at least one player from each of the heats in day one was unavailable on this coming Tuesday because of some singing competition. So we're doubling up tonight, and we are starting with the four players currently waiting in the broadcast studio, hopefully not too nervously. And welcome, Paulister, to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well, my dude. So let's welcome our four players into the face-off arena and find out who they are. Well, we've got Aaron, but that's clearly not Aaron. That's Claire's avatar. But we've got Aaron, who's a 19-year-old student from Edinburgh. We've got Anonyman, who's a 28-year-old activist and political campaigner from Hertfordshire. We've got Jack, who's a 23-year-old Democratic Services officer from Berkshire. And we've got Mark, who's a 40-year-old graduate admissions administrator from London. To all four of you, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Aaron, I've no idea why you are Claire tonight, so...
that threw me more than momentarily.
I'm not surprised. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to stop the build and relaunch it with skip opening credits on, so that we'll... as much as I love the face-off music, I have no idea what's happened there. Let me just see if I can have a look this way. No, it's got the right avatar this time, so... Not got a Scooby-Doo what's happened there, but let's find out and meet our four players again, hopefully with the right avatars this time. We've got Aaron, who's a 19-year-old student from Edinburgh. Anonyman, who is a 28-year-old activist and political campaigner from Hertfordshire. We've got Jack, a 23-year-old Democratic Services officer from Berkshire. And we've got Mark, a 40-year-old graduate admissions administrator from London. To all four of you, good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Hello.
We'll do it properly. That's the version that will air when we get there. Huh? Yes, off mute would be good.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, Aaron, first of all, good evening.
Evening, Ben. How are you?
Very well indeed. Lovely to have you with us. You making your face-off debut this season, not having played in the previous tournament.
Yeah.
How are you feeling coming into it, having seen what's been going on so far?
The trouble is with the qualification system being the way it was everyone here, and also like one who isn't here, which is terrifying.
Well, I mean, you did hold your own in the qualifier. It has to be said, you qualified in 8th position. Took 11 questions to answer the required 7, giving you a hit rate of 63.64%, and you did it in just shy of 50 seconds, 49.68 seconds. 4.52 seconds per question, so that's pretty good. The note here that this was adjusted from 5th after the tape review, as we mentioned with Derek in Heat 1 due to a minor discrepancy that was caused by an emergency stop here. But oh, hang on, no, that might be from someone else actually. I think that's someone else. That might be a leftover note because you wouldn't have been adjusted from 5th to 8th.
Yeah, that's quite radical.
So I know there was an adjustment, but maybe it wasn't you. I'm just reading the notes in front of me, and hopefully Panda will give some.
I think that was my note.
Is that your? The note is here, right? There we go. Yes, Anonymat. I'll talk to you about that in just a minute. There we go. So Aaron, some other information about you. You're a student in Edinburgh.
Yeah, student in Edinburgh. Yeah.
What are you studying at the moment?
I am studying law.
Oh, wonderful!
Law. Used to be law and politics, interestingly, but I left the politics behind.
You dropped politics.
What's wrong with politics?
It's all in good time. All in good time. Let's not fight amongst during the interview process. So was that with a view to going on to being a solicitor, a barrister?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. Okay. I only decided to do law because it was something that I thought would keep me interested for 4 years.
Sure.
In a way that I thought other courses didn't. And it's been, very interesting so far, which has been very good.
Good. Well, that's what a lot of universities are about, is discovering new things and learning new things, as well as maybe setting up for future life. And at 19 years old, I don't often comment on age, but at 19 years old, you are actually the youngest player, the youngest playing player that gave their age. So I don't know if that makes you feel good, bad, positive, or just sort of a bit.
That makes me feel nothing, basically.
That's good. Age is just a number. It's very much just a number. Aaron, can you just tell me, just before we go and have a chat with Anonymous, can you just tell me about the time that you sent 55 bottles of flavoured water to Coventry, the basis of their PFP?
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
What's that all about?
I will attempt to give you an abridged version of the story.
Please.
Which was, I was coming back from a Tesco or something one night I was in student halls last year, and outside my room and no other room was a bottle of flavoured water that is now my profile picture.
Oh, okay.
I presumed naturally that everyone had got one, and I was just last to take it. Right. So I took it in, thought no more of it, until the next day when there were 2 sitting out. And then the next day there was 3, 4, 5 sitting outside, amassing a total of about 55 over the course of 2 or 3 weeks of bottled water just been left outside mine and only my room, and I've got no idea who it was. I tried to.
Up to this day, you still don't know.
To this day, I don't know who it is. I try and leave post-it notes out saying thanks to whoever this is. I don't know who you are, but the gifts are very much appreciated. Smiley face from Arun. The note got taken, but no response. So I left a pen out and a blank sheet of paper saying, write on this who you are. I want to know who you are. No response, but they stole my pen. So I got to the point of, like, there's 55. I had a couple. They're okay, but I'm not getting through 55 of them. So I thought, what am I going to do with them? I could probably sell them on eBay. The bidding got to £1 and no one else bid in it, so someone paid £1 for it and I had to send it to a Coventry address. And also, because of the way I did the eBay purchase, I think I had to pay delivery myself, which was like £8 for how heavy it was.
Oh my word!
So I had to pay £8 to take a box full of flavoured water.
Export some flavoured water from your room to Coventry.
From my room. I had to walk over half of Edinburgh to go to the drop-off music.
Well,
and to this day, I don't know who it was that left it at my door.
But they're not still doing it, are they?
No, I've moved out there now.
So next time, note to self, next time, just open a newsagent's and all will be well. Aaron, great to have you here. The very best of luck this evening.
Thanks very much.
Facing off against Aaron is Anonyman. Anonyman, good evening.
Good evening. Hello.
Lovely to have you here. Hi. So, Anonyman, is this just sort of steering into the whole anonymity online, or is this just a name that's been...
Indeed. What this is a username I made up for myself when I was 11 and have stuck to out of lack of willingness to come up with something better.
I'll tell you what, that's a good an excuse as any, I think. I think it's good. It's a nice name, certainly catchy.
Anonymous. Someone said in chat earlier that they keep singing it to the tune of Mana Mana, which is I've now been cursed with that knowledge.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's going to be pretty hard to shift, I fear. So, as I sort of mentioned with Aaron, the adjustment position actually came to yourself. Qualified in 5th, but adjusted to 4th following the discrepancy we found over in Derek's game. It was yours and Derek's initial heat. Like Aaron, taking 11 questions to get to the allotted 63.64% hit rate. Slightly quicker though. 44.45 seconds, average of 4.04 seconds per question. Coming in 4th place, I mean, that bodes pretty well, wouldn't you say?
I mean, I think I got quite lucky with the questions I was seeing. My hit rate wasn't great, but I was able to pass things quickly and get on to ones I knew, and I guess we'll just have to see if that keeps happening or if I get on a bad run of in this film. Because
so we'll know what the spirals can be like in this game. So, activist and political campaigner, what's that sort of involve?
A few things. I am sometimes doing issue-based campaigning. I am sometimes one of those annoying people who knocks on your door and asks you if you've thought about how you'll be voting in the elections that are coming up.
Canvasser, sort of canvassing.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes. That's good. Well, it's always good to hear, at the risk of sounding like I'm 110, it's always good to hear young people being engaged in politics and taking an active interest. So at the risk of sounding patronising,
I'm just happy to be considered a young people being involved in politics.
Oh, you've got a 2. The first number of your age is a 2, so that's still young in my mind. Just before we go have a chat with Jack, can you just tell us about the time, this is relevant because I've been in London today, can you just tell us about the time you tried to run upstairs at Covent Garden Tube Station?
I can, yes. I'm pretty sure I put a note on this. Hopefully I will come up with a better anecdote before the show starts.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
A better anecdote, so yeah.
This one's fine.
I was at Covent Garden Tube Station. I was in a hurry to get somewhere. It was my friend's birthday. I had to make it to a restaurant in time for his birthday celebration. And I had not been to Covent Garden Tube Station before. And I got off the tube, and I saw there was a lift, and I saw there was a very big queue for the lift. And I thought, I'm not waiting in this. Let's take the stairs. And I started running up the stairs. And I kept running up the stairs. And I continued running up the stairs, and the stairs kept sort of spiralling up above me. And I'd say about, seven sections into this massive flight of stairs, I thought, is this that tube station that has a ridiculous number of stairs?
So is it the one with the sign at the bottom of the stairs saying there are a lot of stairs?
There is a sign at the bottom. You see, I know about the sign at the bottom because I was sort of puffing and panting and dragging myself up the stairs, and I met a woman coming the other way down the stairs, and she looked at me and saw how exhausted I was and said, "Didn't you see the sign?" No.
So some say Anonyman is still running up the steps to this day. Well, we know.
You know what the worst part is? You want to know what the worst part is?
What's the worst part?
I made it to the restaurant, and I was the first one there by half an hour. Everyone else was late.
Fantastic. Well, great story, and I imagine not something you'll be keen to replicate in a hurry. Anonyman, thank you very much for joining us. Very best of luck to you this evening.
Thank you.
And facing off against Aaron and Anonyman is Jack. Jack, good evening.
Good evening.
So, some stats for you. Again, like Anonyman and Aaron, this is your first face-off tournament. Qualified in 13th, pretty good position to be in. A couple more questions required, taking you 13 to get to 7, so just over a 50% hit rate. 56.39 seconds in total, an average of 4.34 seconds per question. Note here that you shared a qualifier with Anonyman, so you have bumped into each other in the past. How are you feeling coming into this?
I feel good, but also completely terrified.
It's a good way to be, keep you on your toes. So, as a democratic services officer, what's that involve?
So, most of it is putting together and facilitating meetings. There are a few times I sort of help people get involved in their local council and their local democracy. Right. And also I manage the complaint system, which I find to be the most fun thing.
So you're one of the people on the complaints line. So complaint from councillors or from constituents?
Complaints about councillors.
About councillors, right? Well, that must be fun. You get to appease people's wrath, I suppose. Maybe.
Yes, a lot of angry phone calls to me saying, "Why has this happened? Why has that happened?"
Fun. So well, that certainly must teach you a certain sense of. Patience, maybe, dealing with angry people.
Yeah, I've had 45-hour-long phone calls in the past.
Oof, that's a long phone call. No phone call should last that long, even if it's over several sessions. Now, obviously, I know you're quite politically engaged, politically minded. Could you just briefly tell us about the time your career as a student journalist was cut short when you almost accidentally changed the results of an election?
So, oh god, I thought I'd never have to tell this story. So, 4 years ago, which is what actually it's good because they've just had another election, so I don't need to worry about people hearing this. There was an election. I did above and beyond sort of graphics and tables and all sorts for the election. I realised there was a mistake. I gave 1,000 votes to the wrong party and reported that they'd won the most votes. Corrected it. And later on I had heard that the independents, the third parties on the council, almost decided to support that party on the thought that they had won because of what I'd done.
Oh my actual.
So, yeah. I almost unknowingly single-handedly changed the result of the election.
So, were you quietly taken into a back room and killed? Well, not killed, not literally killed, but did someone come and have a word?
I told someone about it, because obviously I had to correct it, and I sort of said, please don't do that or anything else ever again.
That was saying that would have been objectively hilarious, but also bad. But I'm glad you caught your error, and I hope for your sake that there are fewer errors of that magnitude this evening. Jack, very best of luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
And facing off against Aaron, Anonyman, and Jack is Mark. Mark, good evening.
And this time with the mute off. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Face Off. As with the other three, first time in the tournament. Not in the last tournament. I think you told me a story about why that was. Possibly in the qualifiers.
Yeah. By the time all the places that were in the tournament last year had been filled, the sort of situation in the flat downstairs had been really noisy with the builder, so
that was it.
I didn't get round to sort of thinking about applying until all of the limited number of spots that time had been taken up.
Well, hopefully making up for lost time here. You qualified in 9th, 7 out of 10. Took you 10 questions, so 70% hit rate, 50.92 seconds. So it's not the slowest here, but so we've got 4th, 8th, 9th, and 13th. So sort of similar time to Aaron, around about the 50-second mark. Though 5.09 seconds per question, you have got the best accuracy rating of the 4, though only the 3rd best finishing time. The slowest second to question ratio of the 4 is what the stats tell you. So a bit of a sort of mixed bag statistically. Some very positive things, but also some areas for improvement, perhaps. Now, having said the thing about Aaron being the youngest player here, you're actually the oldest player that gave their age in the tournament.
I'm not sure when that not sure how I've arrived at this situation, but.
Well, of course, I will add for both of you, we don't necessarily know, because there are some anonymous ages in the tournament, as to people not wanting to disclose, which is perfectly fine. Of the known ages, the known quantity, we've got the oldest and the youngest in this day one heat. What do you do as a graduate admissions administrator?
So mainly I handle applications at the university for basically everything from master's programs upwards, so master's, doctoral, PhD, MRes and MPhil type programs. Basically sort of receive the application, we check to make sure everything that needs to be in it is in it, send it over to the relevant department for them to make a decision, and then they send it back to us for us to check that the applicant either is already qualified, or if not, set a condition on a degree that they're currently doing, and then send the responses out to the applicants, as well as answering questions from the applicants at all sorts of stages on that process.
So a sort of hands-on job at postgraduate, getting people into doing postgraduate courses then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Is that a university in London?
Yes, it is. It's at the London School of Economics.
Oh, the LSE. Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff. Great. Well, I've got some notes here that apparently due to a misunderstanding about storing methods and admin errors, which is probably not your own admin error as an administrator yourself, apparently you've got on both a 113% and a negative 200% on exams.
Oh, yes, that's true. The 113% was a sort of admin error in a Spanish exam where the board that had set the test had failed to notice it was possible to score 9 out of 8.
Right.
And it was only when it came back with the results on that.
They spotted that.
Indeed.
And the negative
minus
200?
200% one, that was me not being familiar with how they have a sort of exam in Belgium called dictation, and it's basically someone at the front of the class reads out a short bit of text. We all copy it down as it's being read out. Then we hand in what we've written in, and we get given the copy that they were reading from. And we have to mark on the copy, the original copy, anywhere where we think we've written something that differs from the correct original. And it's like, you start with 10 points, lose a point for every mistake you made, but get a point back for every place where you mark you think you've made a mistake.
Right.
But I didn't understand this, so I just wrote it out. Wrote out what I did, handed that in, tried picking out mistakes, thinking they were mistakes in the original text. Ended up losing about 20 points, about 30 points, and getting minus 20 out of 10.
And so you determined that this should never happen to anyone ever again, and decided, I'm going to become an admin person so that administrator errors will never again happen to anyone, not on my watch.
Well, at least in admission, but in the marking of exams, and I mean, like many things that our classmates over there explained to us at the time, it's basically because the Belgian higher education system.
Aha. Well, some lovely stories from all of you there, so thank you very much for sharing. Mark, as with all the others, wish you the very best of luck this evening in Face Off, and thank you for sharing all of your stories with us.
Thank you.
So, welcome to Colo, who's just come and joined the stream. Lovely to have you here. So, good luck to all four of you. I'm just going to take this opportunity right here, as I forgot to do it earlier on, to mute notifications, because this is the one moment where we don't want notifications to be going off mid-game, because that is going to break from the flow. So I just need to press that pause button. There we go. Okay, we've met all four of these players. Let's see if they have got what it takes to conquer the face-off arena. Let's go there now. Okay, Aaron, Anonyman, Jack, and Mark. 60 seconds on each of your clocks. Aaron, as you all know, you'll all get a chance to be on each colour over the course of the first 4 days. But Aaron, you have drawn the short straw, and you are going to be starting us off on the blue podium tonight, so you will be answering first. You all know the rules of the game, but just as a refresher for those who maybe haven't seen this before in the audience, players will be asked a question. If they get it right, their clock stops and it moves on to the next player. If they get it wrong, their clock continues and they keep getting questions until they get it right or they run out of time. The first to be run out of time will be eliminated from the game, and we will repeat them with 3 players and 90 seconds and repeat that round process, and finally with 2 players and 120 seconds. 1 point to the player who comes third, 2 points to the player who comes second, and 4 points to the player who wins the heat. Good luck to all 4 of you. Aaron, you're starting us off. And Aaron, your time starts now. Aaron, in which Middle Eastern country was the architect Zaha Hadid born? No, Iraq. Alan Halsall's character in Coronation Street shares what first name with a county in Northern Ireland?
Harry?
Tyrone. Which surname is shared by First World War poet Wilfred and the Newcastle United footballer Michael?
Owen.
Correct. Anonyman, in 17th century theatre, which dramatist wrote the play Coriolanus?
Pass.
Shakespeare. What tea is a bush from which pieces break off and get blown about by the wind?
Tumbleweed.
Correct. Jack, which planet is referred to in the title of the US sitcom Third
Earth.
Rock? Correct. Mark, in the 17th century, which calamitous event started in a baker's
The Great
shop?
Fire of London.
Correct. Aaron, what is the international dialing code to France from the UK?
3-3?
Correct. Anonyman, Walter Elias were the first 2 names of which famous animator born in 1901?
Disney. Walt Disney.
Correct. Jack, what tea is an old-fashioned style of roofing made up of closely packed... Thatch, correct. Mark, the Battle of Passchendaele took place during which war?
World War II.
World War I. What was the name of the section of Take Heart where the artwork of
The
viewers...
gallery.
Correct. Aaron, what bee describes a natural state that lies between 2 powerful and potentially belligerent countries?
Pass.
Buffer. The 2002 quiz show Class Of was presented by Zoe Who? Correct. Anonyman, Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith starred in which 1997...
Men in Black.
Correct. Jack, which actor starred as Travis Bickle in the 1976 film Taxi Driver?
De Niro.
Correct. Mark, in which decade was Madonna born?
The 60s.
50s. A percolator is designed to make...
Coffee.
Correct. Aaron, what is the smallest whole number greater than the value of pi?
4.
Correct. Anonoman, in 2002, Ben Kingsley was nominated for an Oscar for his role in the film Sexy
Pass.
Beast. How many hydrogen atoms are there in a molecule of ammonia?
2.
3. In the USA, what M is a type of wild
Mustang.
horse? Correct. Jack, how many sides does an icosagon have?
20.
Correct. Mark, in horse riding, what is the name of the devices attached to each side of a saddle? To
Stirrups.
support... Correct. Aaron, the song Eternal Flame was a 1988 UK number one single. Correct. Anonoman, in office communication,
Memorandum.
Correct. Jack, in slang, an exact likeness of someone is known as a spitting...
Image.
Correct. Mark, in the 1950s, action painting was an art movement that flourished in which country?
America.
Correct. Aaron, which actor starred in and directed the 1931 film City Lights?
Charlie Chaplin.
Correct. Anonoman, which country has the largest population of wild tigers
India?
in the world? Correct. Jack, what B is a British Commonwealth country that shares a border with Guatemala?
Belize.
Correct. Mark, in 1987's The Witches of Eastwick, the 3 female leads were played by
Sarah Jessica Parker.
No, Michelle Pfeiffer. If you engage in monotonous hard work, you are said to be keeping...
Nose.
Correct. Aaron, according to the expression, to not reveal confidential information is to keep what relative?
Aunt.
Mum. In foreign language films, what S is the name for the on-screen text?
Subtitles.
Correct. Anonoman, chiromancy is the art of reading lines on which part of the body? No, the hand or the palm. Which actress starred with Spencer Tracy and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and Adam's Rib? Catherine Hepburn. In Canada, the Governor General is responsible for representing...
Queen.
Correct. Jack, in the 1960s, students in which country were encouraged to carry the Little
China.
Red Book? Correct. Mark, anosmia is the loss of
Smell.
all sense. Correct. Aaron, on what continent are the Balkan
Africa.
Mountains?
Nah.
Europe. Europe is what it was. Holy moly, I only just looked at the times. Good lord. That was about as close as it gets. 1.52 seconds separating Anonoman and Aaron at the end there, and it was going to come down to the continent the Balkan Mountains are located on is Europe. Unfortunately, not Africa. But a very impressive start from all 4 of you there. All of you getting plenty of streaks there. Not a huge amount of wrong answers. Panda will be in with stats shortly, I'm sure. But Aaron, despite a very strong start, unfortunately, it is going to be no points in this heat. But stiff competition and still 4 days to go. Thank you for playing this evening. I'll let you pop back.
Thanks very much for having me. I can put my feet up.
Yes, enjoy the rest of the heat, and we'll see you in day 2.
Thank you. Cheerio.
Thanks, Aaron. So, we progress to round number 2 with Anonoman, Jack, and Mark. Let's go there now. So, Anonoman going over to the left with the least amount of time left. Goodness me, that was tight.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how I pulled that one out, to be honest. It's a good thing I wasn't on the first podium, because I would have been in trouble.
You shouted the Queen at me very loudly, which...
I apologise for the volume.
Absolutely fine. No, that's part of the game, part of the fun of it. So, but yeah, you did survive. You are now guaranteed at least a point going onto the board. And very well done. We've reset your clock to 90 seconds. We'll see how you do in round 2.
Okay.
Mark, pretty impressive there. I think about 18 seconds left on the clock on the end. How are you finding it so far?
Yeah, not too bad. There was a couple of sort of mistakes in there, but nothing sort of too serious. I think what did I confuse the Witches of Eastwick with?
Did you say Michelle Pfeiffer? Or Sarah Jessica Parker?
There's one where she's one of 3 witches, and I can't remember what it's called.
Sounds just suggesting Hocus Pocus in chat.
Yes, that's it.
There we go. So we'll know for next time. That question comes up again. 90 seconds on your clocks, Mark, been reset for you there, and very best of luck in round 2.
Thank you.
Jack, solid start.
I think that's all my luck gone.
Is that it? You've burnt it all in round 1. You're happy with the point. We'll still see what we can do. In round 2. 90 seconds back on your clock, and Jack, you've got the advantage of going third, so you've got a couple of questions at least to sit back and sort of get the measure of the game. Anonoman, you are going to be starting us off here in round 2. Very best of luck to all three of you. And Anonymous, your time starts now. Anonymous, the name of which bird is the surname of the twin sister Labour
Eagle.
MPs? Correct. Mark, in which year were the Olympic Games first held in Britain?
1918. No.
1908. The conductor Daniel Barenboim was married to which famous cellist?
Jacqueline Dupre.
Correct. Jack, the pharaohs were the ancient kings of which country?
Egypt.
Correct. Anonymous, who wrote the novel Robinson Crusoe?
Defoe.
Correct. Mark, what type of drink is the Italian speciality limoncello?
Lemon liqueur.
Liqueur, correct. Jack, a 2002 Scottish sketch show was called Chewing the what?
Cud.
Fact. Katja Seisinger competed professionally in which winter sport?
Snowboarding.
Skiing. What is 1/5 of 150?
30.
Correct. Anonymous, what three-letter word is the usual term for a female hippopotamus?
So?
Cow. Which fruit was named after the American lawyer James Logan?
Loganberry.
Correct. Mark, what was the name of the magic dragon in the 1960s? Correct. Jack, the Great Smoky Mountains in the USA is part of which mountain range?
Rockies.
That's the Appalachians. In the NFL, the Bengals play football in which city?
Boston.
Cincinnati. Who wrote the graphic novel Persepolis?
Pass.
Mariana Satrapi. In economics, what do the initials ECB stand for?
European Central Bank.
Correct. Anonymous, on a map, which European country is shaped roughly like a boot, complete with a heel and a toe?
Italy.
Correct. Mark, which large red-haired primate is the world's largest tree-dwelling
Orangutan.
animal? Correct. Jack, according to the proverb, you shouldn't put all your what in one basket? Correct. Anonymous, which birds feature in the 1996 Jeff Daniels movie
Pass.
Geese? Who preceded Lyndon B. Johnson as President of the United States?
John F. Kennedy.
Correct. Mark, of which sweet and sticky fruit is medjool? Correct. Jack, vitamin C is also known as ascorbic what?
Acid.
Correct. Anonymous, complete the title of the 1987 film starring Nicolas Cage, Raising what?
Hell?
Arizona. Who was a British monarch from 1837 to 1901?
Victoria.
Correct. Mark, which sport is played professionally by the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red
Baseball.
Sox? Correct. Jack, the Dumbarton Oaks Conference of 1944 led to the foundation of which...
United Nations.
Correct. Anonymous, veganuary is commonly...
January.
Correct. Mark, rickets is a medical disorder brought on by deficiency...
Vitamin C.
Vitamin D. Falmouth and Newquay are seaside towns in which county?
Cornwall. No.
Correct. Jack, who wrote the novel Disgrace?
Pass.
J.M. Coetzee. Writing that has a fanciful, elaborate style is said to be prose of what colour?
Blue.
Purple. Betelgeuse and Regal are stars in which constellation?
Milky Way. No.
Orion. What V is an abbreviation of the word university and can refer to college teams?
Varsity.
Correct. Anonymous, Mrs. Honeyman and Mickey Murphy first appeared in which children's programme? Camberwick Green. Which actor starred as Norman Bates in the 1960 film Psycho?
Pass.
Anthony Perkins. Which Northern comedian's first autobiography was The Sound of Laughter?
Vernon Kay?
Peter Kay. At the 2001 general election, which prominent Labour cabinet minister was re-elected MP for Livingston?
Alistair Darling.
Robin Cook. Which female musician regularly appeared as herself on Ally McBeal? Vonda Shepherd. Who wrote the public confessions of a middle-aged woman aged 55 3/4?
Townsend.
Correct. Oh, but just out of time. I think I pressed the button as the sting played. It was Sue Townsend. As to say, could have, if you just said K, I would have probably condoned it on that one. But it's just the way the game goes. Unfortunately.
I was thinking of Peter Kay. I don't know why I said Vernon Kay. Pressure
of the game, brain under pressure. And I'd say that was a rotten string of questions. There was some really tough questions at the end there and just spiralling a little out of control. Townsend was absolutely the right answer, but unfortunately didn't quite have time to press the button. I pressed the button just as the thing happened, and that's it. The game has made
so it goes.
So it goes. But Anonymous, still lots of time to make it up. 4 more days to go, and you've got a point on the board. So still taking away some smiles out of this. Thank you for playing, and we will see you on day number 2. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Bless us and save us. Right. We're down to 2. It's Mark and Jack. Let's go to round 3. So, Jack, over on the left-hand side, feeling confident?
I feel I've got this game down. I feel I can stay calm. I don't look at the clocks. I ignore questions I got wrong. I don't even think about them. And I think I've sort of got myself calm and collected now.
Good way to be in this game, trying to keep calm and composure, especially when if suddenly the question bank takes a nasty turn for you, just staying calm and knowing it'll come to good, all in due course. 120 seconds back on your clock, and your other face-off finalist is Mark. Mark, strong performance there, both with a decent amount of time left on your clocks. How are you feeling coming into the final against Jack?
Better after that round than after the first one. It was just sort of, I had the opposite problem this time. I had a correct answer in the back of my mind, and my front of my mind said, no, Cornwall's not a county.
Oh yes, because you tried to correct yourself. Obviously I wouldn't have been able to accept a correction, but you were right first time. Sometimes that sort of second guessing, it can work in your favour, because there's obviously, as you know, it's first answer only. Yeah. So, it's been a very, very good face-off up to this point. Very, very close battles, and it is going to come down to Jack and Mark. Jack, you had the most time left on your clock. Sorry, the least time left on your clock at the end of the previous round, which means you are going to be answering first. The very best of luck to you both.
Best of luck, Mark.
You too, Jack.
And Jack, your time starts. Now, Jack, the Japan Current flows in which ocean?
Pacific.
Correct. Mark, which M is a freshwater fish as well as the name of the boat in the opening of Gilligan's
Mullet.
Island? No, it's minnow. What type of military vehicle are the M4 Sherman and the Pershing? Correct. Jack, the malleus, incus, and stapes are bones in which organ of the body?
The ear.
They are. Mark, which US president has a cat called
Bill
Sus?
Clinton.
Yes, it was. Jack, retinol is a form of which vitamin? Correct. Mark, what B is a four-letter word for a receptacle, usually deeper than a plate? Correct. Jack, which actress has played famous TV characters called Sabrina and Clarissa?
Kim and Shipka.
Melissa Joan Hart. What S is the name of a program that displays a moving image on a monitor when it's not in use?
Screensaver.
Correct. Mark, in the 1960s, Frank Muir described TV presenter Joan
Crumpet.
Bakewell. Very good. Jack, the tailpiece of a cooked chicken is known as the parson's what?
Tail.
Nose. What D is a polygon with as many sides as there are commandments in the Bible?
Decagon.
Very good. Mark, which US state uses a postal abbreviation?
Vermont.
Correct. Jack, what type of creature is a yellow-bellied sapsucker?
Fish.
That's a bird. What name is given to the process in which water vapour becomes liquid water?
Condensation.
Is the correct answer. Mark, which English Test cricket ground is the football stand end?
Lords.
Headingley. Which word can mean a stupid person or a small rubber object given to babies?
Dummy.
Correct. Jack, Bridget Fonda starred in which 1992 film about a woman's single white female? Which word means both to catch animals illegally and to cook? Correct. Mark, how many monkeys feature in the title of the 1990?
12.
Very good. Jack, the GNAS is the governing body for which Olympic sport?
Alpine skiing.
No, it's archery. What G is an instrument for measuring the quantity or strength of a variable factor such as rain or wind?
Pass.
It's a gauge. A hunter's moon, which follows a harvest moon, occurs in which season of the year?
Winter.
No, it's the autumn. Pumps are a type of which article of clothing?
Shoes.
Yes, they are. Mark, what A is a person who represents the head of one sovereign state at the court?
Ambassador.
Yes. Jack, your close relatives are sometimes referred to as your flesh
Blood.
and... Very good. Mark, which word for a strip of leather used for sharpening razors is also a slang for a fit, bad, or bad
Rage.
temper? No, it's a strop. How many eggs are there in 3.5 dozen?
42.
Correct. Jack, what T is the name for the compartment from which greyhounds are released at the start? Very good. Mark, what name is given to the soft-coated handheld rotating cylinder used for painting?
Brush.
There's a roller. What P is the name given to the elected head of state of a republic?
President.
Yes. Jack, Mitsuo Tushikara competed in which sport?
Table tennis.
No, gymnastics. The Everyman, Empire and Playhouse Theatres are all situated in which English city?
London.
Liverpool. Which county is the most southwesterly of England?
Elmore.
Strikes again. Mark, a person born on Valentine's Day would be which
Aquarius.
sign? Very good. Jack, the musical instrument called a harmonica is also known as a what organ?
Palm organ.
Mouth organ. The term pitting means removing what from certain fruits?
A pit.
Ruling, please.
I didn't think that was slightly too thingy of an answer.
We nearly got through the whole show.
Almost got through the whole heat without an emergency stop, but I need the answer I've got down is stones. I need a ruling from adjudicators on that.
I just thought of an avocado pit.
Another what?
Is that not what it's called? I've never had an avocado, to be fair.
Unanimous decision from the adjudication team that is a correct answer. So control is going to pass over to Mark. I don't need to add any more time back on to you, Jack, because I hit the emergency stop button when I would have hit the correct button. So Mark, the questions are going to continue with you, and they're going to continue in 3, 2, 1. Mark, the crosses of how many saints are combined to make the present Union flag?
3.
Correct. Jack, habaneros are inhabitants of which city?
Habanero?
No, it's Havana. The hyoid bone is in which part of the body? It is the neck, but unfortunately just out of time there. Well, it's nice to have some laughs, and it's nice to only have one emergency stop rather than like 5 or 6. But yeah, not getting away with it twice is saying. Habanero, it seems like a lovely place to go. Quincy Dan wants to go. Jack, you are out of time. Mark finishing with exactly 50 seconds on the nose left on his clock. Jack, really good opening performance from the air. You take away 2 points and you go with your head held high. Very well played. 2 points, runner-up on this day 1 heat, and we will see you in day 2.
Thank you very much. I knew Mark would be tough to beat, and he's one of my best friends in quizzing, so I just thought I'll have fun.
Have some fun. Absolutely. You got to keep it light. We've got to keep it light.
It was a good game. One of the sort of first one-on-one things I ever did on these streams was when Jack and I did the semi-final of an episode of Golden Mind, where
oh yes,
we had about 3 minutes of questions between the two of us, and we conspired to get about 5 correct answers between us.
Very good.
So we've both come on some way since then.
Well done.
This will be the last time you meet unless you get to the semi-finals or the finals. So maybe you'll meet again. We'll have to wait and see. For now, Jack, thanks very much, and we'll see you in day 2.
Thank you.
Which means your champion of this heat number 3 on day number 1 is Mark. I want to echo DVD Smith's sentiments there. Terrific match, a really, really exciting heat. Some strong plays from all players, but Mark, you have emerged as the champion and you get 4 points. Congratulations.
Thank you. Happy with that. Exhausted.
Yeah, I would be. I bet you are. You're going to have a bit of a lie down now. Enjoy the second game and then come back for a bit of casual data leak maybe towards the end.
Absolutely.
Just before you go, I'm sure you'll want to have a look at the leaderboard. Of course, it's going to be a bit academic and probably alphabetised at the moment because we don't split on time anymore. We are going to split on head-to-head, which isn't reflected on this board. So we've got a Derek, a Colo, and a Mark all on 4. We've got Claire, David, and Jack all on 2, but Anonyman, Benji, and Ralph all on 1. Aaron, Liam, and Zeus not picking up any points in their opening heat, and we're about to see Inca, Mark, Samster, and Topper in just a moment. Shapes, thanks very much for a great match right there, and very well done on winning your opening heat. We'll see you in day 2, if not before.
Thank you. See you then.
See you later. So, great match, 4 great players, but it is Mark who emerges as the champion at the end of heat number 3, 4 points going his way. And we are going to close out day 1 right after this break. Give me about 3 minutes to flip over, get the next players in. If you are in the next heat, who was it? I've just said it and I've immediately forgotten. Let me go and check. It was Inca and Topper and Samster and Mark. If you'd like to make your way towards the green room, we'll get you sound tested and then we'll get you in to the broadcast studio in just a moment. Going to roll the credits. We're going to go to a very short break and I will be right back with even more face-off in just a minute. Stay right there, because in a few minutes, even more face-off action as we close out day 1 with heat number 4. It's going to grab myself another beer. I suggest you do the same. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the third part of this evening's game night, where it is time for heat number 4 of Face Off, which will close out day 1 and mean all of our final 16 will have played exactly one match each. And it is from here where the stories and the narrative of this tournament will begin. Player 2 start, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. And we've got 4 players waiting in the broadcast studio ready to play. Let's meet them. We've got Inca, he's a 30-year-old researcher from Belfast. We've got Topper, 28-year-old programmer from Reading. We've got Samster, a 24-year-old trainee chemistry teacher from Staffordshire. And we've got Mark, who is from the USA. To all four of you, good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Lovely to have you all here. Inca, first of all, are we doing some mic double checking? I'll begin the interviews. We'll crack on with the interviews. Inca, first of all, hello.
Hi Ben, good to be here.
Lovely to have you back. No stranger to the Face-Off Arena. Obviously last year's runner-up. So highest seed, if you like, highest seeded player from the last tournament in this tournament. How are you feeling coming back to it? I know you mentioned in your pre-record that you thought it was going to be all calm and composed, and then as soon as the music starts up, it all comes flooding back, and you're back in the zone.
It is so true that this Team Jim just has that effect. I mean, like you say, weirdly, I feel as if, having been runner-up last time and the two who got the better of me last time not being here, I feel I ought to be confident, but I'm really not. There's just so many people who, well, either they weren't playing last time and are now, and are just, are just, very fearsome opponents, as we've already seen from a few people, and also just people who I played last time and I might have gone my way then. It could so easily go the other way now. So no, I'm really not any more confident at all than I was last time.
There's definitely a very strong pool of players this year, and as you pointed out, quite a lot of new players as well, new to the community, coming and joining us for this second time around. Just some stats for you. You finished 6th in the qualifiers from your pre-record, taking you 10 questions to hit the 7, 46.07 seconds in total, 4.61 seconds per question. 70% on qualifier. And I'm being told that you were last season, your total was 69.84%, and with 70% on the qualifier, that is a very consistent result, sort of consistently 70%. So let's see what we can do if that bears out over the course of this heat and this tournament. So you're a researcher.
Yes.
Cool. Is anything you're allowed to share with us, or would you have to kill us if you told us?
Nothing very exciting. I mean, I'm a researcher in sort of the world of media and TV, despite, as people who see me quiz know, I don't actually watch TV or know anything about TV. Somehow I have a job in this sector nonetheless.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've recently, because you're in Belfast, but you've recently been over in England, is that right?
You've had a big exciting meet up, and so I actually in the last few days from a few friends from within the community, we had a trip over to Alton Towers, which has been a very long time since I'd done anything like that, and my body was not quite used to it.
Into recovery mode. It is. When I saw Score post the picture, I messaged him and said to say hi to you all, and I'm sure it was never going to happen, but there was a tiny part of my brain that just sort of got anxious that said, "Oh, we're doing a meet-up this weekend with 5 of us. I hope that no one thinks we're trying to one-up anybody." You've done a meet-up. Well, we've done a meet-up as well, but there's 5 of us.
If you had managed to arrange that quickly just to one-up us, I'd have been very impressed.
I mean, that's almost impressive in its own way, I suppose. But that was the case. It just sort of happened to fall like that. Was when Bob was over in the UK for the next couple of weeks. Tell us a bit about your sort of musical background, because apparently you're a trumpeter, but you've recently taken up the piano.
That's right. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a very long time trumpet player. I'm a huge classical music fan, as you know. I know we've had a few backs and forth about it. And I was since I was a kid, I've played the trumpet, and I've still kind of wish I could, but obviously COVID has kind of put paid to my sort of schedule, being in bands and everything like that. So my sort of substitute recently is the piano, which was sort of something I dabbled in as a child, tried playing the keyboard, but I mostly just, that was a kind of the feel I should kind of thing. Whereas I was kind of regretted not having learned to play the piano more properly, because I'm not just trying to butter you up, but I think I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to play. It's one instrument, but you can just get such rich, complex music out of it. And I've signed up for some lessons here, and I'm trying to right the wrong.
Yeah, it's a cliche, but it doesn't mean it's any less meaningful. It is never too late to learn, and so good for you on taking it up in not in later life, but say, as you say, conventionally most people learn when they're a child, and then sort of develop it from there. So and you're right about the piano. It does offer a huge gamut of possibilities open, from classical to jazz and everything, pop and musical theatre and everything in between.
Yeah.
And you're sort of able to replicate it on your own in a way that, much as I love the trumpet and the instruments of the orchestra, that on their own they're sort of not quite able to do, because they're generally solo line instruments. So
that's very true.
Best of luck on your endeavours with the piano, and the very best of luck in this heat this evening as well.
Thank you very much.
And facing off against Inca is Topper. Topper, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Flush.
Nice to have you with us. Talking with you again. It's talking with you on Thursday, and it's not nice to have you back on the microphone. So last season, you came 13rd, 13 RD is what I've got written down in my notes here. I think it should probably be 13 TH. I think I know what it means. 13th. How are you feeling coming back into another tournament?
It's going to be an interesting one, I think, this year. I mean, I don't think I'm going to start strongly, because I'm up against Freaker Lives. But looking ahead, maybe I can do better this time in other heats.
We'll see. You actually finished, even though you finished last season 13th, you actually finished 12th in the qualifiers, so that's already an improvement. So that's a step in the right direction. 7 out of 13, just over 53%, 56.34 seconds to get to year 7, 4.33 seconds per question. That's pretty quick, actually. Your accuracy last season was 41.03, so you're up to 53.85 in the qualifier, so that's already a jump of about 12%. Limited pool of data, granted, but it certainly does seem to suggest that you're better prepped maybe for this tournament.
Well, I did feel like the questions in the qualifier did fall my way quite well. So it is the luck of the draw with the questions.
As ever is the way. So I haven't got an interesting story here, but tell us a bit about what sort of programming you get up to in Reading.
In Reading, I program an exciting thing called the trademark management software for work.
Okay.
Although mostly what I do now is data programming using SQL. Or SQL is something.
SQL, yes, indeed. I've heard of it. I couldn't tell you what it does, but I'm tangentially aware of it.
Manages data.
Data, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping you might be able to come up with a nice anecdote for us for next time, but don't lose any sleep over it. I wouldn't.
I'll do my best.
Thanks, Ray. It's great to have you with us, and best of luck this evening.
Thank you.
Facing off against Inca and Topper is Samster. Samster, hello.
Good evening.
Always a pleasure having you here. How are you keeping?
Yeah, I'm good. Getting towards the end of my training now, so I'm looking forward to having a couple of weeks off. That'll be nice.
Ah, yes, excellent. Yes, I suppose it's. Are you PGCEing at the moment?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Nice.
So 3 more weeks, and then I've got the week off, and then a week in uni, and then all being well, get ticked off. Happy days.
And have you started looking for a position, or is that coming later?
I've got one already lined up.
You've got one lined up. Well, congratulations.
Yeah. Happy days.
Done.
Thank you.
NQT year in the bag. Well, not in the bag, but ready to be put in the bag in due course.
Yes.
Well, best luck with the rest of that training there, and the new job come September.
Thank you.
Samson, last season you came 8th, and there was a certain individual who I fear may be in this heat with you tonight, who knocked you out in the semi-final.
Yes. Yeah. Just kept running to him. Just couldn't get past him. You know.
And of course there was the super weak grudge match as well, where it was a similar story. You two came 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Obviously hoping to change that dynamic in this game tonight. Some stats for you here, Sam. So qualified in 15th actually, required a play-in to get here, which you did get through. But
they were touch and go. Ben got unlucky towards the end. I'm only really here because of luck, but that's how it goes, I guess.
That is the game. Yes, it was a nail bite between yourself and Pum and Ben. You just getting the edge. 13 questions required to get 7. So again, we've got that 53.85% accuracy rating, 64.72 seconds in total. Average answering 4.98 seconds per question. Your last season average on questions was 5.17 seconds per question. So a conjecture brought by Panda is maybe it's getting easier for you to respond quicker, perhaps.
Possibly.
Or
maybe I'm just panicking more and shouting, pass!
Maybe just passing faster. Tell us about the time you beat Kevin Ashman in a Beer Keller speed quiz.
Yeah, so that's pretty much encapsulated the story there. It's just one of them standard, you know, when celebrities, quote marks, go around the country, going to different pubs. One of them was in Beer Keller. It's just like on your phones. There was various just general knowledge, and yeah, just pipped him based on time. I think we got very similar scores. It's one of the things where you get like a disproportionate amount of points if you answer faster. So he just wasn't quite fast enough, I think was the issue.
Did you go up to him afterwards and say, I should have your job? Mr.
No,
Maker?
but I did get a photo with him, so that was nice.
Oh, that's nice. That is good. Well, Samson, very best of luck to you in this opening heat on day number 1 of the tournament. Good luck.
Thank you.
And facing off against Inca, Topper, and Samster is Mark. Mark, good evening.
Good evening.
Much like with Topper, speaking to you for the second time this week, joining us for Millionaire on Thursday. Nice to have you back.
Thank you.
So first season into Face Off. Did you catch the last season?
No.
Aha. Have you caught it on VODs, or have you seen sort of bits of it in the past?
Seen parts of it, yeah.
Okay, so you know what you're letting yourself in for.
Yep.
So to speak. Good stuff. So even though it's your first season, you did have the second fastest qualifying time question. Just one question dropped, 87.5%, 7 out of 8. 31.77 seconds, which is blisteringly fast, beaten only by about half a second by DVD Smith. 3.97 seconds per question. I mean, that's a very impressive score. Is that something that you think you can manage consistently, or do you think that was that a one-off for the qualifier? Was it lucky questions? What do you reckon?
I think it was lucky questions.
Aha. Well, let's see if they can fall lucky for you tonight as well. And let's not self-disparage too much. Obviously, there's quite a good brain going on there, and let's hope that it works out for you in this heat. No factoid from you, but if you want to come up with a story for next time, then we can have a bit of a chat about that if you like. Mark,
right.
The very best of luck to you tonight as well.
Thank you.
So it's Inca, Topper, Samson and Mark. So much at stake here. Some very, very strong quizzes. Some former finalists, former semi-finalists, and a little bit of a grudge possibly between two of them. We'll have to find out what happens. Let's go to the face-off arena. And Scorecount, welcome to the stream as well. I'm grateful to you for your input in the adjudication room as well on the last game. As you know, you'll all get a chance to appear on each colour, but for now, Inca, you have drawn the short straw. You are going to be starting on blue tonight. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a tickle. I'm going to blame the London air. And yes, fingers crossed, as Toot is saying, for fewer than 5 emergency stops. Fingers crossed. Good luck to all 4 of you. Inca, you're going to be starting us off. And Inca, your time starts now. Inca, which American author wrote The Prince of Tides?
Mark Twain.
Pat Conroy. The slogan "Keep hunger locked up till lunch" has been used to advertise which brand?
Shredded wheat.
Oh, no.
No.
That's
no.
No, it's not. It's Shreddies. I got.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I heard shred and sort of got a bit itchy trigger finger. Topper, I'm going to put you back up to 60 because you shouldn't have had any time at all taken off there.
So kind.
Inca, we are still with you. The answer was indeed Shreddies, and that time is going to continue in 3, 2, 1. The third largest lake in the world, in which continent is Lake Victoria?
Africa.
Correct. Topper, the Easter Rising, also known as the Irish Rebellion, took place in which
80s.
decade? No, 1910s. What B is a 5-letter word for child, mostly used
Ben.
in Scotland? Correct. Samson, pop singer Daniel O'Donnell was born in which European country?
Ireland.
Correct. Mark, which TV cartoon character had gang members named Benny, Choo and correct. Inca, what O is a large flightless bird
Ostrich.
named... Correct. Topper, the alliterative English television presenter and former glamour model is called Melinda who?
Pass.
Messenger. The Committee of Conservative Backbench MPs is commonly known by which name?
Pass.
The 1922 Committee. What N is another word for a wedding?
Nuptials.
Correct. Samster, the flag of Estonia is white, black and which other colour?
Yellow.
Blue. What F goes before Windows to give a style that
French.
extends to... Correct. Mark, in which room of the house would one normally use a tea towel?
Kitchen.
Correct. Inca, according to the title of their 1986 UK hit single...
Prayer.
US... Correct. Topper, Sudan, South Sudan and Egypt are African countries that share what name?
Pound.
Correct. Samster, what is the name of the type of soft cosmetic powder which is often scented
Talc.
and used...
Sorry.
Ruling. I have an idea in my mind, but I just want to get a second opinion. We are. Talcum powder is the answer we had down there, but talc is a common abbreviation, and my inclination was right, but I just thought I'd get a double check. Samson, that is a correct answer. Mark.
For me so I can cough.
Sorry, say again?
I know something it doesn't set. I tried already.
Hello?
Mark, are you okay? Okay.
Having a little trouble. Can we go to break for a minute?
I can't really stop the game mid-flow.
Alright, let's do it.
I can maybe give you a few seconds at the end of the heat, but I can't really stop in the middle of the round. Mark, the question is going to continue with you. Samster was correct, and your time is going to continue in 3, 2, 1. What T is a type of gull-like bird with a forked tail?
Turn.
Correct. Inca, in the New Testament, which prayer was taught by Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount?
The Lord's Prayer.
Correct. Topper, the cheese named after the East Midlands county where it was originally made is called Red what?
Leicester.
Correct. Samster, if 1,000 grams is called a kilogram, what is 1,000th of a gram called?
Microgram?
Milligram. Which animator is credited with creating the characters of Wallace and Gromit?
Nick Park.
Correct. Mark, which Radio 4 soap opera is set in the fictional county? Correct. Inca, what A is a term meaning discrimination based on how old someone is? Correct. Topper, which children's TV cartoon superhero fought against Texas Pete?
Pass.
Super Ted. How many engines does a Boeing 747 jumbo jet
4.
have? Correct. Samster, in the 1982 film Tootsie, which actor dressed up as Dorothy Michaels?
What's his bloody name? Pass.
Dustin Hoffman. What C is the common reddish metal used for electrical wiring? Correct. Mark, the Battle of Bosworth Field in 1485 took place in which series of wars?
Roses.
Correct. Inca, in 2002, New Zealander Graham Henry stepped down as manager of which British rugby team?
Sail.
No, it was Wales. Albacore is a variety of which popular fish?
Tuna.
Correct. Topper, which word means to move smoothly along a surface or an alternative name for a photographic transparency? It's a slide. Which word follows book, house, shop, and game to give the names of 4 different occupations?
Keeper.
Correct. Samster, what C is a plant of the mustard family whose sharp tasting
Caraway?
leaves... No, it's cress. I'm sorry, I've got to go to emergency stop. Mark, you're going to have to stop that, otherwise I might have to disqualify you. That's been going around for 2 full loops of the round. That's really very distracting. If you could... If it's worst case scenario, can you mute yourself in between your question if that is going to be a persistent problem?
Sure.
Because it's really taking us out at the moment.
How's that now?
That's much better now. If you can keep it that way, that would be great. If that has to come back again, then I will have to insist you mute yourself in between, because if that comes up again, I might have to consider disqualifying you from the round, because that is a major distraction. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Samster, we didn't answer that last question correctly, so the clock is still going to be with you, and that is going to resume in 3, 2, 1. What C is a branch of medicine specifically concerned with the heart and its functions?
Archaeology.
Correct. Mark, in which Olympic sport are there events called sculls and coxless pairs?
Rowing.
Correct. Inca, what R is the name of the hard level surface from which aircraft
Runway.
take off? Correct. Top of the Dartford Tunnel runs under which English river?
Thames.
Correct. Samson, in the 1920s and 1930s, the brown shirts right-wing members of a
Germany.
political party... Correct. Mark, there are 2 books of the Bible named after women, Ruth and which other?
Esther.
Correct. Inca, which seaside sweet consists of a fluffy ball of coloured sugar spun
Candy floss.
Correct. Topper, what type
Tchaikovsky.
of... Never Tchaikovsky. Oh.
Worth a try.
Tanks. Blimey, getting down pretty close to the wire there. Samster just under 5 seconds. Inca just over 15. Mark, despite some technical issues there, just over 30 seconds. So strong performance there. I mean, Topper, despite you preluding this heat by saying you're up against 3 Goliaths, you're not expecting to start well here. That's a very strong performance.
It is, yeah. I'm a bit bummed that I didn't get Melinda Messenger, because I knew that as soon as I passed.
Yes, she was the Fort Bayard person, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But
I'm happy.
Good. Well, I'd say strong performance. Unfortunately, no points on this occasion, but it is a strong performance as we progress towards day 2. For now, Topper, thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you in the next heat.
Goodbye.
And with that, we need to go on to round number 2. And Yoshi, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Samsa, Inca, Mark, clocks have been reset. We are back up to 90 seconds. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that, Panda. Yeah, I should have. I'll keep that open just in case I need to come back to it. Samster, back up to 90 seconds on the left-hand side. How are you feeling after that?
Good, yeah. I'm just bloody annoyed about Dustin Hoffman. That was, but...
And you have a blank. They're so annoying, aren't they? I know what this is, but it just doesn't come to you.
I got the point, that's the main thing. I came into this match thinking if I can get 1 point, I'll be happy. So I'm playing with freedom now.
Yes, he's definitely got that 1 point. That's definitely secured. We'll see if we can get you any more. You're on the red podium on the left-hand side, so we'll be answering first. Inca into the middle. Pretty good. Down to about 15 seconds left, so 3/4 of your time used up there.
Yeah, no, the worst feeling is when I got a couple wrong at the start and I just felt, oh my god, am I just in free fall today? Is my brain just not going to work tonight? But
I mean, to be fair, those were a couple of tricky ones to start with, and then we, of course, had the emergency stop as well, because I hit the wrong button because I didn't wait for you to answer.
I was kicking myself as soon as I said straight away. I knew I'd done. I always do that. I the same thing in my head, but I know they're not really.
Yeah, but hey, you're here now in the middle. 90 seconds on your clock. Very best of luck in round 2.
Cheers.
And Mark, how are our technical issues now?
Pretty good for now.
Okay. Is there something that might come up again?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. So I didn't need to sort of publicly admonish you there, but obviously in the and I know you did ask for a pause. Unfortunately, I mean I can allow for a couple of seconds in between rounds, but mid-round, it is in the rule book that a technical failing on the part of the players cannot count for a pause to the game. But I would just say, just in a slightly more calm way now than I perhaps did just a moment ago, if that does continue to come up, what I would suggest is just hit the mute button and just sort of bring your microphone up for when it is your turn to answer the question. If you mute, you can still hear what's going on, and you'll be able to obviously see it visually as well. But in spite of the technical issues there, very strong performance. Still over half your time left, so you are going on to the right hand side. Best of luck in this round 2. Right, let me get my hiccups down. Oh, I don't know what's happening. I'm still blaming the London air. I'm possibly eating slightly too much Nando's. Right, Samster, you're going to be starting us off in this round. Very best of luck to all three of you. And Samster, your time starts. Now, Sierra Madre is a city in which US state? California. What C is a term used to describe the characteristic of disbelief in human sincerity or goodness?
Pass.
Cynicism. Which sport uses the terms slapshot, face-off,
volleyball,
and ice hockey? Catherine Morland, Henry Tilner, and Isabella Thorpe are characters in which Jane Austen novel Northanger Abbey. The coat of arms of the French royal family featured the flower known. Correct. Inca, who was president of the United States during the so-called Iran-Gate scandal?
Reagan.
It was Reagan. Mark, in the 1997 film LA Confidential, which
DeVito.
Correct. Samster, the 2001 children's book by Raymond Briggs about a friendly giant is called Ivor the what?
Robot.
Invisible. Which South American country stretches more than 2,600 miles north to it's Chile? What is the only bird that can fly backwards?
Hummingbird.
Correct. Inca, in what type of food does Chef Rick Stein specialise? Correct. Mark, which Manchester factory owner completed Frederick Engels? Which actor received an Oscar nomination for his portrayal of a Nazi camp commandant in Schindler's List?
Neeson.
It was Ralph Fiennes. In 2002, which Moneyball host appeared in the BBC documentary Surviving the Kalahari?
Pass.
Ian Wright. Former Blue Peter presenter Peter Purves played an assistant to which fictional doctor in the 1960s? Correct. Samsa, what is the capital of Brazil?
Brasilia.
Correct. Inca, which sports brand is also the name of the Greek goddess of victory?
Nike.
Correct. Mark, which type of Olympic ski race is contested at distances of up to 50 kilometres?
Cross country.
Correct. Samster, in UK military slang, the Terriers were members of which... Correct. Inca, Mr. Potato Head is a character in which Pixar film series?
Toy Story.
Correct. Mark, what was the given name of the artist's grandson of Sigmund Freud?
Lucian.
Correct. Samster, the Carpathians is a mountain range found in which continent?
Asia.
Europe. Which alternative word for a hospital is used in the names of the Radcliffe in Oxford and the Royal in Glasgow?
Yes.
Infirmary. The Great Pyramids of Egypt are situated at Giza, a suburb of which city?
Cairo.
Correct. Inca, what is the first name of the vicar played by Dawn French in The Vicar of
Geraldine.
Correct. Mark, which county council includes the districts of Sentinel, Somerset? What name is given to the study of water?
Hydrology.
Correct. Samster, a Brussels Griffon is a breed of what type of domestic pet? Correct. Inca, a person who has drunk alcohol to excess is said to imagine seeing elephants.
Pink.
Correct. Mark, in American literature, the author of the 1959 book Advertisements for
Miller.
Yourself. Correct. Samso, which river is crossed by the Gateshead Millennium Bridge? No, it's the Tyne. What small guitar-like instrument comes from the Hawaiian words for jumping?
Ukulele.
Correct. Inca, the electoral process, commonly short to OMOV,
Vote.
is one but correct. Mark, which game show had rounds named Intelligence, Observation?
Krypton Factor.
Correct. Samso, how many stars are there on the flag of New Zealand?
Paul.
Correct. Inca, in the 1963 film The Great Escape, the tunnels were called Tom
Harry.
Dick and... Correct. Mark, which actress starred as Clarice Starling in the 1991 film The Silence of the Lambs?
Jodie Foster.
Correct. Samson, which current British national daily newspaper was first published October 7th, 1986?
Independent.
Correct. Inca, Baroness J is the daughter of which Labour Prime Minister?
Gordon Brown.
James Callaghan. Which Latin-derived word refers to a list of items to be discussed at a
Agenda.
meeting? Correct. Mark, which song from The Wizard of Oz won the 1939 Best
Over the
Original-
Rainbow.
Correct. Samson, if medicine is given hypodermic...
Evidence.
Is it what now?
No. I'm joking.
Hypodermic got definition, whereas administered it's under the skin. Under the skin is what we're after there. Oh, a bit of a slippy old spiral at the beginning there.
Yeah. Too much geography. Not enough stuff that suited me, but nah. I think I recovered a bit in the end, so
I was
I'll
going to
take
say, you made
that
up
as a
for lost
positive
ground at
from
the
that.
beginning. You got right back into your stride there. It's like similar to Inca in round one, who had a slightly shaky start, but then recovered ground. So nothing to be upset about there. I wouldn't have said. And
No,
you do, of course.
I expect to get a maximum of 1 point from this anyway, so I'm happy.
Well, you've got your 1 point. That will go on the board, and you've still got 4 more days of tournament. And Samson, we will see you in your next heat.
Yes, you will. See you then.
So it is going to be an Inca Mark final. Let's go to round number 3. Yeah, still blaming the London Air. Takes a swig from beer. Quite right, DVD Smith. So it's Mark and Inca. We've refreshed both the clocks back up to 120 seconds each. Mark, couple of tricky ones there, and I know there was that moment of pass, and of course, as by the rules of the game, I can only accept your first answer, so you pass, and then gave me the correct one. Did that slightly throw you off your rhythm a little bit?
Kind of.
Sorry, smoke my pipe. Yeah, it was. It's one of those ones where you sort of think, oh, I wish I'd wait for the rest of the question, maybe, but. Never mind, you recovered well from it, and you are through to the final. Starting with answering questions first, with the least amount of time left and 120 seconds back on your clock. You're going to be facing off against Inca. Inca, very strong round for you there. Did you miss any?
Yeah. I think I did one near the end, but no, that round fell very nicely for me. That's quite reassuring after the first one, though. I mean, I know Mark is a very tough opponent. I had a couple of extremely close encounters with him in the arena recently, and
yes, of course.
So I'm expecting this could well be similar.
Well, it's going to be a good match, whatever happens. It's Mark versus Inca, 120 seconds each. Very best of luck to you both. Mark, you're going to be answering first, and Mark, your time starts. Now, Mark, which comic superhero wears a red and blue outfit and can shoot webs? Correct. Inca, what was the first name of the author C.S. Lewis?
Clive.
Correct. Mark, in terms of area, what is the largest state of the USA?
Alaska.
Correct. Inca, the slogan "The best a man can get" has been used to advertise which brand?
Pass.
Gillette. With which sport is Aaron Lennon most associated?
Cricket.
No, it's football. Which comedian directed the films Stardust Memories and Broadway Danny Rose?
Eric Idle.
Woody Allen. The largest individual island in the United States belongs to which group of islands?
The Florida Keys.
No, the Hawaiian Islands. A small part of a much larger problem is often referred to as the tip
Iceberg.
Correct. Mark, what is the capital of Latvia?
Riga.
Correct. Inca, in cricket, which county plays home matches at Headingley?
Warwickshire.
Yorkshire. The document adopted by the US Congress on 4th of July 1776.
Independence.
Correct. Mark, the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn later became which English monarch?
Elizabeth I.
Correct. Inca, the Potsdam Conference took place at the end
World
of
War
which
II.
Correct. Mark, how many children were in the title of the 1990 sitcom starring Belinda Lang? 2.4. On which large Italian island in the Mediterranean is the Emerald
Sicily.
Coast? Sardinia. The belief that certain people can inflict disease or death by a glance is referred to as giving...
Evil eye.
Correct. Inca, which disease with symptoms that include bleeding gums and loss of teeth is caused by a lack of vitamin
Rickets?
C?
No.
Scurvy. Men of Harlech is a popular song for
Wales.
which country? Correct. Mark, which century saw the creation of Messiah by Handel and the marriage of Figaro by Mozart?
19th.
18th. Which word means a ruling line such as the Chinese Ming
Dynasty.
Song? Correct. Inca, complete the title of this 1992 Australian film about dancing.
Ballroom.
Correct. Mark, according to Christopher Marlowe, Helen of Troy had a face that...
Thousand Ships.
Correct. Inca, what type of reptile species include the
Lizard.
monitor? Correct. Mark, who wrote the poem A Red, Red Rose?
Dylan Thomas.
Robert Burns. What eye is the name for the peninsula of Spain and Portugal?
Iberian.
Correct. Inca, a farming system given over exclusively to a single product is known as a mono...
Culture.
Correct. Mark, the area of Kowloon is part of which
Hong
agency?
Kong.
Correct. Inca, in the 1970s comedy Rising Damp, what was the name of Leonard Rossiter's
Pass.
character? Rigsby. In imperial measures, what percentage of a gallon is a quart?
A quarter.
Correct, 25%. Although, that having been said...
Yeah, fair.
I did ask for a percentage.
You did.
And a quarter is not a percentage, a quarter is a fraction. So I am afraid I have to put that clock back to you. Mark, I'm going to give you an extra half a second there.
Thank you.
Because of losing time there. Make sure I put it on the right clock. Plus 0.5 and force timer update. Inca, it is still going to be with you, and that clock is going to continue in 3, 2, 1. Which common nut is never sold in its shell because of caustic oil in its layers?
Almond.
Cashew. According to the 1996 UK hit single by Space...
The female.
Correct. Mark, how many sequels were made to the movie Back to the Future?
2.
Correct. Inca, in which country is Jasper National Park?
South Africa.
That's Canada. A device for studying subatomic particles by moving them at fast speeds is known as...
Accelerator.
Correct. Mark, how many players are there on a field hockey team?
10.
11. The abbreviation R&D stands for Research
and Development.
Correct. Inca, how many British Secretary Generals of the United Nations have there been?
Oh, one. There was a 19th century general.
No, none. Which New Zealand bird shares its name with the green-fleshed, brown-skinned fruit?
Kiwi.
Correct. Mark, which actor, singer and playwright wrote In the Heights and Hamilton?
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Correct. Inca, the English defeated which country at the Battle of Poitiers?
France.
Correct. And I'm going to pause there because I've got a message from the team. Yes. I've just seen a message flash up and an arguable stop there from Toot regarding, I'm imagining, the Secretary General one. He's right, the acting one was British, but he's not usually considered one. Inca, can you just elaborate on what you said on the answer, just to satiate my curiosity?
I said one. There was an acting Secretary General. I was wondering if that was being included or not.
I see what you mean. Right, in which case, the fairest way to run this moving forward, because we've stopped it within, I think, about 3 questions. The acting one was British, but he's not usually considered one. Right, I'm going to wait for the adjudicators to decide whether or not that answer is going to fly or not. If I mark that correctly as incorrect, we will continue the game from the current state. If not, we will probably put it back to the beginning of that question and play from there. So I will wait for the adjudicators to rule. So if we could just hang fire a minute. Yeah, as Score is saying, it's emergency stop is there for emergencies. It's not sort of a shouldn't really be having sweepstakes on it. Ideally, we don't want any, but it's just to maintain the proper integrity of the game. So that'd be grand. What I would say, Panda, is if we rule to rule that as correct, do we just throw the question out as being vague as the precedent was set last week, and we just go from as though that question is a dead question, and we go back to the times that they were pre that question, is my sort of thinking on that. 12-hour quiz stream, but it's just Inca and 2 with a 6-hour chess clock. This is Aaron's suggestion in the chat. We may need Score to come and cast a ruling. Thanks for your patience here, guys, and in the audience. Do appreciate it. I was tempted to put some jazz on, but I don't want to too much break away from the pressure of the game. It would currently be on Mark's clock. I'm going to... Okay, so there is an indecision amongst the adjudicators, so I am going to rule on it, having had time to ponder it, and the ruling I'm going to go for, based on the fact the question was ambiguous, is that we're going to throw the question, and we're going to reset the clocks to what they were when that question first appeared. That is going to be my ruling on this, and that question is going to be discarded from the game. So if someone can get me the times of the clocks as they were when that UN Secretary General question came up, I'll be grateful. Thank you very much, Panda. So, 53.34 and 30.04 active clock 1 force timer update. So this is where we stand. Thank you both for your patience while we just adjudicated on that. We are putting the board back to where it was prior to that Secretary General question coming out. So, Inca, that means the clock is going to be with you. You have 30.04 seconds remaining. Mark, you have 53.34. You both happy to continue?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Inca, clock restarting in 3, 2, 1. Salt Lake City is the capital of which US state?
Utah.
Correct. Mark, what S are the Himalayan people of Nepal and Tibet?
Sherpas.
Correct. Inca, which hemisphere of the brain do most people predominantly use for language?
Right.
No, it's left. Which word can mean a pit from which stone is extracted or a hunted animal?
Prey.
Quarry. What title is given to the officer presiding over debates in the House of Commons?
Speaker.
Correct. Mark, what is the common 3-letter name for the chemical compound trinitro?
TNT.
Correct. Inca, the evacuation of Dunkirk took place in which war?
World War II.
Correct. Mark, which word can mean an item of bedding or a large broad piece of paper, glass, metal or ice? Correct. Inca, what G was the name of the Indian leader whose title was Mahatma? Correct. Mark, in the 2001 film Riding in Cars with Boys, which actress stars? Correct. Inca, the abbreviation BBFC stands for the British Board of Film what?
Censors.
Classification, which 2-letter abbreviation is used to denote that the document... Oh... And there we go, yeah. I think it was originally the British Board of Film Censors. It got rechanged. It got changed latterly to the British Board of Film Classification. Oh, another dramatic final, following on from last Saturday's dramatic final with a couple of emergency stops and one contentious ruling. Just out of idle curiosity, I am going to check where we've got to on the database. So we're up to 1241 of 1264 questions proved. So we've just managed to finish out day one with the questions we've got proved. But as is being said by DVD Smith in the chat, another excellent match and some really strong performances. Inca, unfortunately, it is not a victory this time, but it is 2 points and a strong performance to be very pleased with. I know it was a little bit stop-start there, but how are you feeling come the end of that?
I'm more than happy with 2 points out of that lineup. Similar to Samster, I think I was going into when I saw who my opponents were. Fairly low expectations as to an outcome for it, so I will very happily take 2 points from this. And Mark thoroughly deserves the win, I think. Just very solid, very few gaps in his knowledge there.
Well, thank you for being as gracious as you ever are. It's always a pleasure to have you here, Inca. We will see you on day 2. For now, though, second place, 2 points.
Take it very gladly. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Which
You're
means
welcome.
the
Well
winner
played.
of this face-off is Mark. Well, Mark, it was touch and go for a minute for a couple of reasons, but very well played. You've got your first victory. Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Great, thank you.
Good. Let's just take a quick look at the leaderboard just before we put face-off away for another week. And there we have it at the end of day one. Derek, Colo, Mark and Mark all have 4 points. Claire, David, Inker and Jack all have 2. Anonyman, Benzie, Ralph and Samster have all got 1. And Aaron, Liam, Topper and Zeus are yet to score. But it is but the first day of 5 days of the main body of the tournament before we move on to the semi-finals and then the grand final. That is where you stand as it is right now. Those are the heats. If these were the final scores who you'd be playing in the playoffs. But of course, we've still got lots of time to make changes to these numbers on this board. No, tie breaks aren't settled in alphabetical order, Samster. So, congratulations once again to Mark there, and thank you for your patience, both players and audience members, while we adjudicate on a couple of those questions there. Yeah, that's how it goes when we do live quizzing like this. I do appreciate your patience, but it is all to maintain the integrity of the tournament at all times. It is very important, especially when there are cash prizes on the line. Face Off is not going to be here on Tuesday or Thursday, but it will return with the start of the Day 2 heats next Saturday. I do hope you will join me for that. And I do hope before that you'll join me for Data Leak with a pack written by Now Cut That Out. Really fun pack, nice and accessible. I hope you will stick around for it coming up after the break. It's Now Cut That Out, a Data Leak pack. That is the end of Face Off though for another week. Congratulations to Mark. Stay right there. We'll be back in a few minutes. And don't go away, because after this very short ad break, we've got our final game of the night. It is Now Cut That Out's Data Leak pack, and a delight it is as well after the drama and seriousness of Face Off. Time for some light, fun, data leaky action. I do hope you'll stick around for it. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Welcome to the fourth and final part of this Saturday evening's game night, and it's time for Data League. It's a pack by now, cut that out. I've given it a proof myself. It's very accessible, very well gradiated, so to speak. And if you want to play Data League, and why wouldn't you? Because it is a great deal of fun. Type in this code. RCWB, Effrontery, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Hope you're keeping well. Oh, if you've not played it before, Nonoman, oh, you'll love it. Have a great time with Data League. Oh, hiccups. Need to go away. Oh. Yeah, it is a bop as well. Need to stand up. Make the hiccups go away. Don't want hiccups. Off you go. Off you pop. Stand on the squeaky floorboard. Very squeaky floorboard. Oh, nope, they're still there. This is a disaster. Oh no! Well, next time, Anonyman. Next time. Type the code again, Anonyman. Okay, let me try that DVD, Smith. In before streamer asphyxiates himself on stream. Right, let me try it. Didn't work. They're still there. Anyway, we've got a few players in the game, so I'll give you a few more seconds. I'll just drink more beer. I'll power through it. Trying the drinking upside down thing. Doo-ba-doo-doo. What are hiccups? Why do we get them? I was still hiccuping while holding my breath. I'll try it one more time. Okay, clear that one. But no. If I play the piano, maybe it'll go. Spasms in the dive. Yeah, I know that, but what makes them tick? No pun intended. Oh my god. Too much alcohol. Why haven't I had that much? This is on my third bottle tonight. I've had 1, 2, 3 over the course of the day, and they're not even pints. So, what about a pint and a half tonight, and maybe a pint and a half in London? After too much beer, yeah. Oh, yeah, I did. It was good. Thanks for the tip, Quizzy Dan. You coming to play, Dan? Lobby, still room in the lobby. Oh, that's still there. No worries, Dan. Right. Okay, well, it's going to be a hiccupy data leak. Unless they go, which they might do. To be honest, I'm glad they came after face-off. And not during. This will be data hick. Just in the nick of time they're P-fired. Right, 30 seconds. Drink. host control transform not been reset. Right, that's enough time. Here we go. Let's play Data Leak. I'm not going to say anything, I don't want to jinx it. Round 1 is called 5 Degrees. I'm going to slow down my talking slightly. You'll be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has a category and 5 clues. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. Simple, right? Let's see how you get on with this first one. Whisper your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot, of course, not into public chat because they won't be processed and may be deleted by a moderator. Yes, the clues will gradually make the answers easier to get, but there is one answer that connects all of these clues. Very best of luck to you all. Let's go to puzzle number 1, and the category is a person. Wore a cologne sold by Farina as 1709. 0 for 4 points now. The only non-Pole referenced in the lyrics of the Polish national anthem. Oh, AB Me's there for 4. Very well played. For 3 points, his native language was Corsican. A few more getting it there. And for 2, despite stereotypes, he was 5'5" to 5'7" inches. And for a single point, French leader who lost the Battle of Waterloo. And it's a perfect board, everyone getting some points from 4 down to 1. The answer was, of course, Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte, Napoleon I. Very well played. Let's clear the board. And we'll go on to puzzle number 2. Category is a number. Letters shared by all of James Dean's character names. And for 4 points, the second highest magic number. And to Diary picking up 4 points there. Nicely done. And for 3, number of bits in a byte. Ting, 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 ting. Here they come. For 3 points. For 2 points now, resembles an infinity symbol on its side. And for just a single point, number of legs of a spider. And we've all solved it, nicely done. An anagram of Napoleon is a non-pole. Very nice, DVD Smith. And yes, the answer was 8. 8-7 is the lead with ABME, and then lots of players with 6, and then a few with 5. Let's clear the board. As we go to puzzle number 3. A healthy spider, yes, quite right. Healthy spider. Puzzle number 3. Category is a singer. Banned from eating Lucky Charms as a kid because Lucky sounded like Lucifer. Oh, a few getting 5 points there, well played. Voiced Smurfette in The Smurfs in 2011. A few more creeping in now. For 3 points, claims Scarlett Johansson was the inspiration behind her 2008 debut single. And for 2 points, she's famously divorced from Russell Brand. And for a single point, she has a pet cat named Kitty Purry. It is Katy Perry, just Panda not getting to the answer there. Yeah, there's a great cat name, Kitty Purry. Very well played. If you got that, Samson now taking the lead with 11. Halo and David have both got 10. Monker and MPL Dart have got 9. Let's go on to puzzle number 4. Let's clear the board. And puzzle number 4 category is a TV show. There are things you can't get anywhere, but we dream they can be found in other people. No one for 5. For 4, there was a fish in the percolator. Paulus is there for 4. For 3 now, you know this is, excuse me, a damn fine cup of coffee. A few more clocking in for 3. And for 2, I am known as the Log Lady. And for a single point, spoiler alert, Laura Palmer is dead. Still a few missing out there. It is Twin Peaks. It's a show I've never seen myself, I have to say. But those are all quotes from that show. Twin Peaks, well done if you got it. Saps with a lead of 14. Brand New Halo and NPL Dart have got 12. David and Shapes have got 11. Let's clear the board as we go to the final category of the round, which is sport. The rapper Sean Paul was on the Jamaican national team. And for fourth, Serbia are the current men's Olympic champions. Ooh, effrontery and Riff both picking up 4 there, very nice. And for 3, 1956 saw a bloody Olympic match between the Soviet Union and Hungary for 3. A few more coming in now for 3 points. 2 points here, typically played in a pool in 2 teams of 7 players each. And a final clue for a single point, the non-aquatic version involves horses. And again, just Panda missing out there, maybe AFK. Water polo is what we're after, of course it was. So let's clear the board and check out the scores at the end of round 1. It's Saps with the early lead of 16. NPL Darters in second with 15. And Brand New Halos in third with 14. Good spread of scores going on there. And of course, points equal pennies in this game at the end of it for your bank count if you're following that. Let's go on to round 2. Round 2 is the content filter again. You'll be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle is a category and 5 objects, events or characters that feature in the answer. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds as before. Very similar to round 1, except you get shorter clues and you're looking for the thing that connects them all. So, fingers on buzzers as it were. Let's go to puzzle number 1 and the category is an element. Schwarzheit. Sportsite. David, AB, me, Jack, Cruz, Shapes, all getting 5 points there, as is Samster. Lon's Delight for 4. And for 3, Fullerene. And for 2, Graphene. Waiting on a few more. For a single point, diamond. It is, of course, carbon, crystallized carbon, and those are all various forms of carbon in... there was a word that Toot used earlier on that I've since forgotten because I took it out of the category name to keep the categories to basically one word, other than one of them, 2 of them. Let's clear the board. Well done if you got carbon. Samster extending his lead now to 21. NPL Dart and Shapes both in second with 18. Puzzle number 2, and the category is a book. The Crotch. Jonah historically regarded. Krug's getting 4 there, well played. As is Quizface and Brand New Halo. For 3 now. And the Gris. ABB and Illis. From a bad college to do. Samster, NPL Dart all picking up 3. For 2 points now. The Pequod meets the Virgin. And for a single point, of the less erroneous pictures of Wales. It is, of course, Moby Dick. These are all chapter titles from that particular book. Very well done if you got that. How was Call Me Ishmael? Not a clue. Is that the chapter title or is it the first line of the book? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not a chapter title. I'm pretty sure it's the first line. It's not a chapter title. That wastes all my time guessing the Book of Jonah. Oh, bad luck there, Aaron. Let's clear the board. As we go on to puzzle number 3, Sam's still with the lead. We are looking for, in puzzle 3, a person by Wikipedia subheadings. Korea comeback and prime 1953 to 1959. Now I'm getting 5 then for 4. Alleged organised crime links and Cal Never Lodge. Few picking up 4 here, nicely done. And for 3, Hoboken 4, Harry James and Tommy Dorsey, 1935 to 1939. For 2 points, debut, musical films and career slump, 1941 to 1952. And for a single point, onset of Sinatra mania and role in World War II, 1942 to 1945. Surprisingly there, we were after Sinatra or Frank Sinatra. Both would have been good for your points there. Well played. Let's clear the board. Bit of a change at the top. Brand new Halo, NPL Dart and Saps are all tying on 25 in the lead. Innis in second on 24. Riff and Shapes both with 22. Let's go on to puzzle number 4. The category is a film. Monsieur Dark. Chip Potts. Before. And for 3, Maurice. And for 2, Gaston. And for a single point, Belle. It is Beauty and the Beast. Those are all characters from the film Beauty and the Beast. Well done if you managed to get that. Let's clear the board. One more puzzle in this round. NPL Dart and Samson now tied at the top with 29. Halo slipping into second with 27. Puzzle number 5, and the category... Spoke's being kind, it's good to hear, Ben. Category number 5 is a TV show. To save us all from Satan's power. And yes, these are episode titles, as Tooth is saying. Guy walks into a psychiatrist's office. Before... And for 3, the Telltale Musadel. Solving it. Oh, there's P5 picking up 3. And NPL Dark getting 3. For 2 points now, 2 Tonys. And for a single point, Pax Soprana. It was, of course, The Sopranos. The Sopranos, which I've never seen, but I've been told it's quite good. I should probably check it out. I've seen the ending, because that's notoriously famous. That is the end of round number 2. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. Not as much singing as you'd think. Well, NPL Darts has got the lead come the end of round 1 with 32. Samster moves to second with 31. And brand new Halos in third with 29. Still got a pretty good spread of scores, and it could still go any which way as we move on to round 3. It's fine. Round 3 is any other name. You'll be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has 5 different descriptions of the same word or words. Word is fine. Some of them might have words as a variant. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Incorrect sentence will freeze you out for 8 seconds as before. So you won't get a category for these ones because there could potentially be 5 different categories. But 5 different descriptions of the same word. You've got to work out what it is. Good luck. Here's puzzle number 1. Eponymous feature of Stephen King's Gatlin, Nebraska. And for 4, as high as an elephant's eye in Oklahoma. There's a couple coming in for 4 now. And for 3 points, namesake of 1815 to 1846 UK tariffs repealed by Robert Peel. And for 2, synonymous with maize. Topper getting the Vibra slap there, and for a single point, precedes flakes in a popular cereal. There we go. Is of course corn, or the corn, yes. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, Oklahoma being the big clue for that. You're having Frosties right now, what, for dinner? Dan? Goodness me. Shame. Frosties are for breakfast. Hey, whatever floats your boat. You can have cereal any time of day, you're a grown-up. Do what you like. Corn on the orb. Corn on the orb. Very nice, let's clear the board. NPL Dart still maintaining that lead. Let's go on to puzzle number 2. Great! Used as a guard on Sobral Prison. And 4 points. Cat-like Flurkin in Captain Marvel. Dave is picking up 4. The Avengers fan here, by the looks of it, getting 4 points. On for 3. Protagonist of a Debussy-scored game. And for 2, Fairy Tale Mother. And for a single point, what's good for them is good for the gander. It is, of course, a goose, or geese, or the goose. All would have been accepted. Very well played. Let's clear the board. And NPL Dart taking the lead with 38. Samster creeping on up, still in second with now 37. Innocent third with 35. Let's go on to puzzle number 3. Yes, a well-to-do duck, Jack. Quite right, a propaganda. Early nickname of Oliver Hardy. Paul Bunyan's Blue Ox. And for 3 points now, nickname of George Herman Ruth Jr. For 2 points, it's also a film about a talking pig. And for a single point, 90s slang for an attractive woman. Probably not something we'd use these days. Although I'm very aware that I call Mrs. Flush that as more of a pet name rather than as something misogynistic. Babe was the answer. That's the theme from Babe. It's anyone want to tell me what the classical piece is? I'll put it onto Seems like he's playing the thing anyway. Yeah, that's a Sasson organ symphony. I play it at most weddings these days, either as an end piece. Yeah, St. Sains. I play it either as an ending piece as they're walking out. I had it at my wedding actually. We had it as we finished. And yeah, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was the Ruth one there. Nice. Let's clear the board. Go on to puzzle number 4. NPL Dart and Samster now tying at the top with 41. Innis with 39. Halo's got 37. Let's go to puzzle 4. 1922 Oliver Hardy comedy. Precedes Wang in Tyler, the creator's sportswear company. Volkswagen model since 1974. 3. Cruise is the first to break cover here. A few others coming in as well. For 2 points now. 7th letter of the NATO phonetic alphabet. And for a single point, sport with putters, irons and tees. You get it in entirely for three? Not quite, it's golf. Yes, the Volkswagen Golf is the car, and all the others as well. Well played. Let's clear the board. As we go to puzzle number 5, the last one of the round. Good luck, Samson's retaken the lead. Here is number 5. Beetle Wang. Tu le garçon et la fille, singer. Fictional detectives Joe and Frank. Before. You getting breaking cover there. And for 3 points, Far from the Madding Crowd author Thomas. Mad Max Fury Road star Tom. And harking back to the last question, 1922 comedy golf actor Oliver. Can you remember the first clue of the last puzzle? See a theme here. Yes, indeed. Hardy. Hardy is what it was, yes. Golf and Hardy sort of overlapping there. All these Oliver Hardy clues. Indeed so. Very well done if you did get that. Let's clear the board and check out the scores at the end of round 3. You scroll back to find the answer to Daru. Oh, naughty. Nah, that's sort of okay. It's in the chat. It's there. It's in the public domain. End of round 3. MPL Dart and Samster are tied at the top with 47. Innis is in second with 45. And Brand New Halo is in third with 42. These are all still very tight, particularly the top half of this bracket. We've got a lot of players on 30 and above. So still time to make it up with 2 rounds to go. For now, let's go on to round number 4. It's the clue chain. You will be shown 5 puzzles. Each puzzle has a category and 5 clues, with letters gradually being added to each. Points decrease every 10 seconds as the next clue is revealed. Spelling must be exact in this round. Incorrect attempts will freeze you out for 8 seconds. Now, if I recall correctly, there was a bug in this last time, which caused a soft lock of the game, and I can't remember what caused it. And I just remembered what caused it. I think it's to do with capitals. Now, I can't remember if I fixed it or not. So before we play this round, I can't remember if I fixed it or if I just capitalised the answers. I am going to have a look at the script because I should be able to edit this. Although if it's already decompiled the JSON, we could have a problem here. Right, let me have a look. Just because I remember this happening last time, I thought I fixed it because it was just a case of forcing it to upper invariant. Dot to upper invariant. It does look like I am doing that. Do I put it in dot to upper invariant? Answers broad. Broad as the split dot to array dot split. I have a horrible feeling I didn't fix this. Can I override it? Oh, because that would have really upset me if we had the same bug twice. And because I've already decompiled the pack, I can't just edit the JSON. Fuck. Valid class final string. If clue position dot contains J. Oh, clue 0. Drip control. Where's drip control? There. The output does go to upper invariant, but I have a horrible feeling I may not have fixed this. I fixed it on the local pack, but I haven't fixed it on this pack, and I can't remember if I actually fixed it in the game. It would have been like one line of code when I'd found it. I'm now really worried that I haven't fixed it. What do I do? Do I risk it? Because I haven't got a player, still haven't got a player editor. Hello, David, by the way, welcome to the stream. Okay, couple of options. I can either risk it, or I can skip to round 5. Yeah, but it's a tight game, and I hate ruining people's packs. I hate ruining... People have made the effort to write a pack. I hate it when the game breaks, especially if it's... I can't run 1 because if there's one error, it's a soft lock, and it won't just stop. It will fully lock up. If it fails, I can write a replacement. The bigger problem is the scores. I mean, I can jump back in at round 4, but the scores won't be preserved. So I suppose that'll just be me going back and having to manually add them on, but that's just a pain, isn't it? No time machine. Two, I'll leave it up to you. I can't quite see in the code if it's going to crash it or not. I'll have one more look. I'll take another look and just see if I can trace it through. I'm sure I would have fixed it, but I know I fixed the pack, but I fixed the pack and I just capitalised the answers, which I haven't done here. Host control, progress gameplay, right. Game control, progress gameplay. What gameplay stage are we on? 2. If they start coroutine, launch question else, calculate round 4 clues and start coroutine, launch question. So calculate round 4 clues, that's where I've got to look. Answers equals decompile pack.round.board.valid answers.split.to array. So I'm not capitalising there. Answer 0. Letters per clue 0, 0, 0, 0. And I can't just edit, yeah. I have a horrible feeling. Revised string, if clue position contains J or valid cards contain answer J. To upper invariant. Oops. Oops. That's the only place I'm doing it, in the putting it through to the clues, which may not have processed properly. No, I haven't got a time machine here, too. Two, I am anxious that this might break it, and I will test it after the stream, and if it doesn't break it, then you've got a free round for next time. But I am just so anxious that this is going to break your game, and it's already quite late, and I don't want to have to redo it all from the start. I'm going to skip round 4 for now. And then I'll test it after the stream to see if that was a wise decision. It means we lose a round, but it's a round that we can do another time. I'm really sorry to have to do that, but I would rather do that, and it's completely my fault, it's not yours. I knew about this, I should have fixed it. But I would rather do that than completely ruin your pack and also have to start the game again from scratch. So if you could possibly forgive me, that I think is what I'm going to do. 5, yeah, there were 5 chemistry questions as well, Sam. So bad luck on that. But we'll come back to it another time, and I will test it after the stream just to see what happens. So, lobby. Launch question. We want to go display around instructions. So 4. We need to put the gameplay stage back to 4. Hang on a minute, I'm going to sneeze again. Hey. Hey. Oh. Bless us and save us. The gameplay stage is now 4. Gameplay stage is going to do display round instructions. Do I need to iterate the round index? 1 second. Gameplay stage 4. Some board control, question board. Round index. Where does that get iterated? Transition delay round index equals 4. So 4. Round index plus plus. I think it just iterates it automatically. Let's find out. Go from gameplay stage 4. Let's see what happens when I press progress gameplay now. Okay, it's done something. Gameplay stage has gone back to 2. I think this is going to launch, if I set that to 4, this should, even though the instructions are there for round 4, this should launch into round 5. So it's the picture round. God, fingers crossed. And let's hope for the best. No, it's not tech groundings. I'm trying to get around tech groundings before they appear. Keep your fingers crossed that I haven't broken it, and hopefully this is the picture round. It's all a blur. Good luck. Here's number 1. I hope. Music video / song. Yes, okay. So we've skipped around. Four available now. Samson's picked up 5. Paulus has picked up 4. Necker Grandma's got 4. P5's got 4. And for 3. And for 2, critically, there's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. And for a single point now. Yeah, family friendly. It's a Cardi B song called WAP. I'm not going to tell you what it stands for, but that was also accepted as an answer. And yeah. I got this for 5. I'm not going to quibble on it, Samster. Very well done if you did get that. WAP. Worship and pray. Yes, that's exactly what it stands for. Let's clear the board. And go on to puzzle number 2. Wet Ass Debussy. It's a composer. He started composing a long time ago. That's not Tchaikovsky. And a single point now. Who's that? I don't know if you got him. It was John Williams, composer of the Star Wars soundtrack, among many others. So it's a photograph, not a painting. Yeah, possibly. John Williams, there he is. Well done if you did manage to solve that. Ooh, Innes tightening the gap at the top. 53-52 now between Samster and Innes. MPL Dart and P5 both on 48. Brand new Hello 47. Let's clear the board and go to puzzle number 3. A mythological figure. Yes, gentlemen, that's what John Williams looks like. Wow, Aaron not wasting any time there. This one might be a painting. I did digital, David. I did indeed. 4 4 points available now. And for 3. For 2 points, he could have used some Red Bull. Nice, Aaron. And finally, for a single point. It's Icarus, who flew too close to the sun. The wax on his wings melted, he fell to earth, and he died. Rip. Yes, Icarus. Well done to Aaron on getting that before the picture even came up. Yeah, all those photographs of those mythological figures that we've seen. Let's clear the board. Samsa pulling away again, 55. Innis and MPL Dart now tied in second with 52. P5 in third with 51. Still close with 2 pictures to go. Here is number 4. This is City. And for 4. Shapes is first to get there. Samson's not far behind. Topper's got there too. And for 3 now. And a cryptic clue. This picture is from November the 1st. And a single point now. It is, of course, Mexico City, and that's the Festival of the Dead, I believe, which takes place in Mexico City on the 1st of November every year. Well done if you got some points. Let's clear the board. And one final picture and question this evening. Samsa, it's your game to lose, 59. If you don't manage to get it, an MPL Dart can get 5, then MPL could steal. It could also tie for first with a 4 and Samsa not getting it, or a 5 and Samsa getting a 1. Good luck. The final picture is a scientist. A red so far. And for 4. And MPL Dart's not going to get 4, which means it is going to be Samsa's game. GG. And for 3 now. Riff is the first one to get there. A few more trickling in now. For 2 points, author of De Revolutionibus Orbium Celestium. And just a single point up for grabs here now. Samsa just about to able to push it up to 60. It is, of course, Copernicus, Nicholas Copernicus, from whom we get the theory of Copernican, the Copernican theory. It's a good photo. Yeah, it's a good photo. He had a lot going on, didn't he, Copernicus? That's him with his ball. And he looks not unlike Alan Davis, I have to say. Well, the hair, certainly. Inventor of Copernican, yes, quite right. That is the end of the puzzle and the end of the round and the end of the game. So let's clear the board and check out the final scores. And it's going to be a gold medal to Samsa on 60 points. Innes picking up the silver with 57 and MPL Dart picking up the bronze on 56. Well played, everybody. GG, and huge thanks to Now Cut That Out for that pack. And again, apologies to for not correcting that bug, which is entirely on me because I was very aware of it last time, but I think I just fixed it in the moment but didn't fix the overall problem. I need to write that down and make sure I do fix that for next time. I can't even hide behind the excuse of it says in the instructions to put them all in capitals. Which wouldn't really be a particularly good excuse anyway. Yeah, I just need to force, when decompiling the clues, I just need to force them to uppercase and variant. I mean, if I have just wasted that round unnecessarily, I'll go back and test it once the stream finishes. Hello, Jess. Welcome to the end of the stream. I'll go back around and test it, and if that was a waste of a round and we could have gone through it, then it's just me being cautious. I would rather have missed out a round and salvaged the game as it was than risk breaking the game entirely, forcing a soft lock and having to restart at 4 and clearing all the scores, which would have been, I figured, just skipping the round was a lesser of two evils. So huge apologies. I hope you can forgive me too. That is entirely on me. And apologies for that. But I hope you still had fun. A lovely pack all the same. Medals will go out, as will pennies, points equal pennies in this game. And that is going to be the end of the stream for tonight. I am quite tired after a busy day going to London and back. And I should probably go drink some water before I go to bed as well. Just to say, before the end of the evening, that I will be back on Tuesday. And there's some singing competition going on. So may have slightly fewer people around, but we're going to have My Mind's Gone Blank, Big Break, No Face Off, and Danger Zone by Oni. So some good quizzing to look forward to. I think I tentatively put Then back in there, but I need to, if I do Then, I need to A, make some tweaks, and B, write a question pack for it. So maybe Then in lieu of Face Off. But Big Break and Danger Zone certainly on the agenda. To celebrate the end of the snooker. Thursday, Moneybox is back on Thursday. Hacker from Clive, and then Moneybox from Jogging Chum. So that will be one to look forward to next Thursday at 8. And this time, well, not this time, but 8 o'clock next Saturday. Quite a big night, actually. We've got Only Connect to start. We've got Google That from Aaron. We've got the start of the Day 2 face-off heats. And we've got The Abyss by a combination of myself, Apodo, and Oni. So should be a good stream next Saturday. If Eurovision isn't dragging your attention away, do come along for some quizzing action there. In the meanwhile, Topper is going to be here tomorrow with the 21st question at 8 PM over on his channel. Let's give him a little shout out. So Topper One Gaming, there he is. Do go give him a follow. 21st question tomorrow night with Topper. And Bash is going to be here this week with Winning Lines on Wednesday and Secret Fortune on Friday. So do go give Ash a follow as well. Lots of things going on in the world of quiz this week. Make sure you follow all of the people. Thank you again, everybody, for joining me. I know I've been a little bit sort of slightly mellow tonight, just a little bit tired. Thank you for your patience in adjudicating on Face Off, and for your patience and forbearance with skipping that round in Data Leak there. It does mean you get a free round for next time. I will go back and check and see if I was worrying unnecessarily, but I thought I want to err on the side of caution, because I don't think I would have been able to cope with the game breaking. I would have probably just ended the stream and gone and cried. So I just thought I'd just err on the side of caution. So I hope you can forgive me for that there too. Yeah, you do have to write another Data Leak pack. That is true. Until next time, everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be splendid and safe and marvellous to each other as always. I'll be back on Tuesday for Danger Zone Big Break, maybe then, and some My Mind's Gone Blank. Should be a good night. I hope to see you there. Until next time, take care, peace out, and good night.